I'm just recording just to start it, just so I don't forget. We don't have to start immediately, but just get the recording going. Let's see. Feels like a lot longer than it's been. Hasn't been too long. Been 2 weeks. Our normal time. Hopefully, I sound okay. You can hear music. What else? Recap is fairly straightforward. You all have been, I think you've kind of beat your ideas to death about what to do, how to approach Takesis. But I think last session was the most kind of, the plan seemed to come together. The group did decide to kind of abandon the whole heart of rage and to go for the going into Takesis's throne room, or going using the potion. And then before they did that, before they were actually going to use the potion, they decided to they got this message to go to their old stomping grounds, their home, right, the House of Spirits. And they went there, and strangely Leaf wasn't there, but they had a drink. They found a nice gift that was left over from Ravi. They had a really good conversation while Machina stayed back and experimented with learning spells and using some magic, along with being in the palace connected to Vajra and Lady Silverhands, which we learned at the end of the episode is to kind of try to see if he could use his astral projection, being a robot, and not have to necessarily take the potion. And things went wrong, as they often do in D&D. As the you all realize you were kind of tricked, as the wine that you'd been drinking had clearly been poisoned. Thankfully, Tempe had watered the poison down for Lenore, so call it her strong constitution, or maybe even just being part of Bahamut itself, she didn't seem to be dropping as fast, but she seemed to be in a full panic, and it did seem to be traumatizing to see all of her friends or the family that she has around her succumbing to this. Tempe went after the woman had walked in there and gave her little monologue about kind of her status, and turned out to be Tiamat in disguise. Tempe chased after her and fell to the ground, and when all hope seemed lost, he used the globe, the snow globe in his pocket, and just crashed that shit onto the ground, and said, and be as it may, what was going to come out of it, he was prepared to release it. While Lenore was beside him, while inside, the rest of the group was succumbing to the poison, and Demetria was kind of rifling with one hand through that deck and trying to, look, as she fades, drop a card on the ground, while Machina was transferring his existence somewhere else. So, does anybody? I'm sure that's like really, really nuts and bolts, kind of like my quick recap. Anybody want to add anything that I may have forgotten, or that may be relevant that you want to make sure your party thinks about or has at the forefront for tonight?
We're all going to die quickly, at least.
No. That we hate Tiamat.
I will say this is the first time I've ever started a game where no matter what I've planned, it could all be thrown in the garbage. It could kind of be thrown upside down at the very beginning of the game, considering how this card draw goes. But I'm here for it. And based on some rules of the world and stuff, I have some ways. We'll see how it goes.
If I pull death, then
yeah, I mean, Malcolm, remember, whatever happens, it was your fault. You gave us the deck.
I did. And me knowing that's knowing that Cheryl wanted. We gave Cheryl what she wanted, and
Cheryl, there you go. Cause chaos.
DM's pet.
We will see what happens.
I've always wanted, ever since I started playing D&D, and I learned what the deck of many things was. I've wanted it. This is a big deal for me. If I could even pull a card, watch me not even be able to pull a card.
All right.
Can we use inspiration to redo the coin flip?
Can I, instead of a coin flip, could I roll for sleight of hand, because I am a criminal and I think I am proficient in it?
Dang, you trying to change the rules before the game even start? Okay.
Well, I think she's been playing Baldur's Gate. Yeah. To add that's like +5 in the game.
Reload save.
Oh,
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, dude, can I push him after I hit him?
Bonus action push. Bonus action push.
Give me a sleight of hand. I am gonna say that the DC is a 12 plus a D6.
Okay.
16 is what you need to hit.
Oof. Okay. Make sure. Come on, app load. All right. Sleight of hand. And that is a 15 plus 2, 17.
Okay. So it won't give you two. Instead of using the coin, we'll use a D4. And I'll explain when we get to the D4 to the roll, and then you will make the roll instead of the flip. So we remove the coin. It is out of play.
It is a very nice coin, though.
Yes. I did want to flip it. I really did want to flip it, but you guys, I'm gonna go with you, Gall.
I'm sorry. Now I feel bad.
No, you shouldn't. It's fine. The deck is so it's going to side in your favor of breaking the game. Basically, what you just did is going to side, instead of it being left to complete luck, you basically have a
Better luck.
1 in 3 chance of not getting a chance to make sure the card comes up face up. So basically I've already revealed it. So basically on a 1, the card is not. So basically the coin flip
I went
is going
from
to be
50% chance to 75%.
If you called it, you would get to decide today whether the card lands face up or face down. So now if you roll a 1, the card does not land face up. If you roll 2 on a D4, 2 through 4, you get to decide what that is. So you could even still turn it down if you last minute want to back out, but you'll have the choice to make that. Watching me all this build up for nothing. Like she pulls something like
the one that makes me lose all my money.
Because there are some of these cards that are not that big of a deal. They're just kind of like, oh, whoop-de-doo.
I get another magical weapon that
that I have to figure out what it is, But other than that, so it could be
break
my
the game.
Yeah.
Break the game.
Listen, my boy, he went to the moon. Saluna is watching. The moon card is there, and
so I think, are we prepared to start? Do we want to take a bathroom break, refill drinks? How y'all feeling?
I'm probably gonna have to leave for a second at some point because I ordered pizzas and they keep getting fucked up, so I had to order more pizzas.
No worries.
Yeah.
I know
the reason all these
Sean
pizzas
is
keep
gonna
showing
have an
up.
early into tonight at 10, so it is good that we're kind of getting a good jump on it. So I think we'll be able to get you out of here, Sean. So if you ever need to step away, bro, you need a break. You can always get up, take your own break, get some water, turn your camera off, whatever you need to do. So
I think I'll be good. I think I'll be good.
Being here. It's been a hell of a week for me as well.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. It's been a month and 4 days.
Real
good.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get a little music.
What's that, Cheryl?
The D4 I'm gonna be rolling.
Oh, I thought you were flashing gang signs.
I know. I was like, what is that?
Zentrum.
Can you all hear that at all a little bit? It should be very,
yeah.
a little bit building. Let's go back to that moment as Tempe collapses onto the cobblestone outside the House of Spirits there on Troll Skull Alley, facing the dark, beautiful but mysterious woman standing before him that he hates her guts. He hears Lenore's repeated screams, "No, no, no," growing increasingly in the distance. His vision darkens, and the one smiling to Tiamat now shows concern on her face. She kind of looks concerned, and she begins to fade away both from his vision, and it seems like she's backing away as like the kind of camera almost distorts and blurs from his perception. Meanwhile, Machina, standing in this beautiful marble column floor, gold flaked throne room, and then he's rapidly processing the information when suddenly he hears Lenore screaming in the distance, "No, no!" And for a moment, the distraction, he turns his head, and the entire vision of the throne begins to shift and goes fluttering away from him. And this white mist comes pouring in, and he feels like he's walking kind of blind. Even with his sensors, he can't see where he's at. Demetria, as Bo and Amnon collapse around her, they all are feeling this agonizing experience as your lungs feel like they're closing. You all begin to wheeze. Demetria feels on the verge of death. She's grasping for breath. She fumbles through the deck, and without looking, she draws a card and allows it to fall. The critical question remains: does it fall face up or face down as she passes out? Demetria, give me your D4 roll.
Dice God.
You
3.
got her back.
All right. Do you want me to pull and put and place the card face up?
Yes, but Malcolm could, for my sake, looking at this deck, could you pull the 3rd from the top?
The 3rd from the top.
So, first one, no.
1,
Second one, no. Third one.
2, the 3rd one.
Yes. Final answer.
The sun.
Is that one of the good ones?
I think it is. Your XP increases by 50,000 experience points, and a wondrous item determined by the DM materializes in your hands.
Oh, wow.
Demetria, you will level up,
Oh, shit, okay.
and your sword changes to a blade. Starts to alter in your hands, or actually a sword begins to alter in your hands, and you still pass out and fade to black. Wow, that and so normally
It's not
in a
the
normal
moon, but I'll
situation,
take it.
you could keep pulling in a normal situation, but at the point she's kind of gone black,
Oh, yeah.
and so
unconscious.
with that,
Whew.
I mean, you did used to have Lathander armor before you.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, I like to imagine this is like Robbie was the moon, Demetria's the sun.
the sun, yeah, I kind of like it. And so with that,
Leveling up, don't mind if I do.
let us begin. Tonight's session, The Dying. I know we're still on a black screen. You all cannot see yourself. I want you to listen to the water. And you start to feel cold. But I'll start with Tempe, who feels the most cold and wet, soaked even, as he begins to come to, feeling the wind whipping over his body. It's laying on a shallow ground that is like at least a layer of the ground, at least what it looks like, is covered in nothing but water that is slowly moving. Thunder in the distance. Small, light rain. As he gets to his feet, there's water all around him. And his feet are kind of moving in this disorienting way where he realizes this is not ground at all. Tempe is standing on water. In an environment where all he can see are dark waters as far as the eye can see. And Lenore is nowhere to be found. And then there is that, he starts to hear a pulsing in the distance. And he looks out. So far away on the horizon is a lighthouse on a rocky outcrop. And he feels alone for a moment till he turns in awe to realize that the House of Spirits is sitting behind him, floating too on the water in the middle of this landscape. And suddenly Bo staggers to the door, tired, coughing. And then Amnon. Bo has Demetria kind of held up, you know, hoisting her, both him and Amnon helping her to her feet. She has this beautifully adorned blade in her hand. And you all still feel sick, but slowly you're kind of coming to. And what you're feeling is this is impossible. This doesn't make any sense. Like nothing, the house isn't on an island, it's on the water. It shouldn't be. You shouldn't be able to stand on the water, Tempe. And then you hear splashing footsteps and mechanical whirring as you turn, and you all see, maybe 40 feet out, coming through this mist, Machina. With that, I turn it over to you all to share first thoughts, and just get your bearings.
So I see Bo at the door.
Bo's at the door of the House of Spirits.
I'm gonna run to Bo and straight to the door. Where's Lenore? Where is she? She was right here.
I don't know, man. You saw her last, after I did. I knocked out.
I push my way through the door and I go inside.
As you get inside the House of Spirits.
Wait, is this spirit Machina or actual Machina walking up?
You tell me. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. What does Machina think?
But it's Ghost Machina, they can't see him.
If it's Ghost Machina, they can't see him?
Because that's how astral projection works. I'm in the astral plane. But
They can
I
all see you.
Okay, so Machina's there.
Tippy's frantically inside the house. He doesn't.
Yeah, I'm looking around for Lenore.
You hear the doors like, Lenore, like nothing.
Do I see? I would be looking for Pence because I sent him off with Tempe and Lenore.
Pence is flying around as Tempe's running through. Pence lands on your shoulders and seems kind of dazed, but even though it didn't, of course, drink, seems to be confused by the entire ordeal as well.
I'll ask Pence what he saw. Ben, what happened? Where's the girlie?
How does Pence talk? Is it a mental transference? Does it have a?
I didn't see her.
Yeah. What would you?
It would be like. I guess I don't know. However, snakes communicate,
Snake,
but
yeah.
for me, I don't know.
It could be however you
Parcel
prefer.
town.
If you prefer that it's kind of like a voice that you hear in your
So,
head.
okay,
I think whatever.
I guess let's try that. Because I feel like in my backstory, he is someone else's familiar that became kind of Bo's familiar.
Is Doc, and sometimes is Pence always on your shoulder, or do you summon Pence from time to time, like the way Amnon summons?
So, Bo can't summon Pence because he doesn't have a spell, so that's why he's very protective of him.
So if he ever like so Pence is basically until Pence was ever to lose basically him until it would be banished and another person, you would need that other person to summon Pence back. Is that what you're saying?
So, and so okay, so in my backstory,
And I'm not asking you to dive into it,
you're
but-
good, you're good. But this is however you want to rule it. But in his backstory, the druid that like summoned Pence is dead.
Ah, okay.
But-
So Pence
Ex-
died.
So
not
Pence
his-
is like like a real deal, yeah. Okay.
But I would like to, if we gain another level, take us be able to cast that spell. That is my goal, hopefully. But
Can
we'll
I
see.
share my experience points from the card?
Yeah. Like so, yeah. I mean, we I can. Would you like me? I can hold what Pence is gonna share if you want to like start to kind of. I'm trying to think what's more. What I'll say Pence says is that there seems to be strange magic at play, even though I didn't drink. I saw you all succumbing to the wounds. I tried to help Tempe. And now that I think about it, it's not the drink. It's not the drink at all. It was the smashing of the globe. It was Tempe's effort to save everyone. It was like water, like an ocean was pouring out with a small glass vial. And before you know it, I was swept away and came to here beside Tempe, swimming on the first layer of this water, which you can both stand on, and then Tempe Pence shows that he can like actually go into the water and go under it and come out of it, and then still sit on top of it.
That's pretty cool.
Oh well, but I'm just glad you're safe.
Me too.
Can I cast a spell with my leveling up? I got locate creature.
Okay.
So describe or name a creature that is familiar to you. You sense the direction to the creature's location, as long as that creature is within 1,000 feet of you. If the creature is moving, you know the direction of its movement. And I'm gonna
What is
focus
it?
on Lenore.
She's very close.
Very close. Where direction?
Right next to Tempe, 30 feet.
Tempe? And Demetria's gonna call him over. As he gets closer, is she still within the area? I'm gonna try and lead Tempe to where I'm sent.
You feel like it's almost like, how would you say your so I mean, I don't know if your hair stand up, or you feel like, is it kind of like when you're you're sensing a creature and where their location, the closer you get to them, almost like whatever your little radar senses, your spidey, those continue to ring. But imagine if they ring to a point where you can't pinpoint. It's almost like you walk into a room and you're a ghost hunter and you're like, it's cold in here, something's here. So that something is Lenore, and she's right there, but she's everywhere, around all of you, within 30 feet.
So don't
My God.
don't lose it on me, man. But she's here, but she's not here. I think we left her behind on the other plane or other area, wherever this is.
Right. Well, how do we get back?
That is to be decided.
Tempe runs outside.
Tempe, no, she's not. Tempe.
I just look at Demetria, and I understand what she says, and I run outside. Right?
Oh god, he's gonna try and swim.
What
Tempe.
What do I see directly, like in front of me? Machina is the only thing that I see walking up, right? But what else is around? All I see is that lighthouse, right?
Yeah, give me
The lighthouse from your orb. God, I'm freaked out.
this is I'll take an investigation instead of perception since you're like actively looking. Give me an investigation check.
Investigation, right?
Hello, friends. The astral projection test was successful. I can take the poison.
Somebody come get Machina. I got a 14.
You got a 14. So it's daunting, right? Because as you look out, imagine if you saw a horizon. You know, you should never really be able to look out and see the horizon everywhere, right? So
Yeah.
as you turn, it's everywhere. You're standing on an ocean. And beyond that horizon is really just like a water, gray, kind of the rolling. It's kind of rolling. It's kind of coming up past some of your your shins. Sometimes it gets wind gustles and bustles and it pushes past your knees. But you seem kind of, you might feel a little like seasick, but you're able to stand. And far as you can see, Tempe, there's just there are some rock formations, like outcrops. They're not even, you wouldn't even necessarily consider them islands, right? They're just jutting up, jagged rocks jutting up out of this ocean. Some random ruins off to the side. One looks like a steeple. And then just the farthest way out, that lighthouse. And I will say with the 14, what you start to realize is that whoa, that pulsing seems to come around as this light seems to flash. And I know that, old medieval lighthouses don't work like the new ones, right? I get that. It's not. But because this is Forgotten Realms, right? This magical light is doing that, right? It's literally rotating, so through the mist, every couple seconds, and it's not super bright, but it's enough to where you can kind of see it out there, and you can see it kind of wash across, kind of open up some of that mist, and then disappear again. That's it. And then there's just your house, and then there's just the House of Spirits. Everything in the sky, the really deep, dark, heavy, oppressive sky and clouds. That's it.
You seem to have redecorated the place.
We left the pipes on.
We have to. That's got to be the way
Can I
out of here.
cast the same spell I just did for Lenore, Malcolm, but for Tiamat?
Yes. And it has to be in within how many feet?
1,000 feet.
1,000 feet. Okay. No Tiamat. Nothing.
All right, that's one thing. That's one thing crossed off the list. I mean, that's good. I'll count that as I'm gonna count that as a win. So Lenore's here somewhere. Tiamat's not here. We're here, wherever here is. And Doc, what do you think?
I am so confused. I thought we were being poisoned, and now we're in a different plane.
Tell us specific poison.
Actually,
No,
I'll
this is from Tempe's ball. Tempe's orb. He broke his
Tempe, I'll also add to your role that some of those
Broken
other ruins that you see can be explored, right? Like they don't stand out like the lighthouse. So if you wanted to not go directly to the lighthouse, you could explore other areas.
I think we might have to, because I feel like that thing's probably.
But I'm not trying to get you to do that. Like that's. I just don't want to seem like I'm railroading you towards the lighthouse, because that's not.
No. I want to go toward. Tempe wants to go towards the lighthouse, and whether it through ruins or however, that's already in Tempe's head for
You
sure.
said that.
They can
part
also
of the
just hold up
ruins-
in the house. They don't have to go anywhere, right? Like they get, but it's what he said.
No, we learned our lesson.
Yeah.
Malcolm doesn't like it when we hold up places.
Yeah, hold up places. That's when the bad things happen.
That's when we get poisoned or get struck by lightning.
Yeah.
So wait, outside of Trollskull Manor is this place?
Is this place? There is no
Yeah.
Strollskull
Okay.
Street, no Strollskull Alley, no Waterdeep you know, all of
I
it
mean,
is
there's
gone.
water,
Yeah,
but it
there's
ain't.
water. Yeah,
But,
there's water.
Oh,
But I'm
God. I pushed Demetra into the ocean.
She sinks
Okay.
because of the armor.
Nope.
Ah, damn.
And that's the end
But
of
as
the
you
campaign.
think about rising to the top, you resurface.
Can I collect some of this water in my water skin? I'm curious about it.
You said that one of
It
some
is-
of the
it
ruins
is-
were like.
You smell it. It's salty. It's salt water.
I dare you to drink some.
I'll drink a little bit.
Oh, gross.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
You said that some of the ruins were like a collapsed cathedral looking, like church spire
Yeah.
situation. Any more detail on that I can make out at this distance? Like, does it look familiar at all?
The one that stands out the most is like, it seems like there's a ruin of like a half staircase that's broken off at like a tower, goes to nowhere, and then about 40 feet away from it is like a church steeple just shooting out of the water, and it's broken off from the top. And what it appears, you know, from what you're looking at, is that the cathedral itself would have to be literally submerged underneath. And if it is a tall cathedral, then that's a really deep down swim to get to the front. But who knows how many levels of that thing it is. But it clearly is the tip of a structure right there on the surface of the water. And there's a little there's like, you know, of the top of the steeple, there are windows. There are like windows on each side of it, and so you could maybe climb through if you wanted to.
You guys think that the water is seeping into the buildings? Because since we're able to stand on it,
Oh, like is like the interior of the church might be full of air.
yeah, like I'm starting to think that, like, because I don't know, like, you know, the break the surface of the water. But if this water is just that different, I wonder if it's just coating everything or if it's actually submerging everything.
We can go check it out.
I can go check, for I don't need to breathe.
Excellent point, Mark.
That's great.
You go and you do that, my friend.
I was gonna say this is when we want Ebony, but alas.
Well,
She's dead.
Hey, no.
Walking will
Lex, you are
Walk up to
awful. He's like,
Deidre.
ha 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 ha. She's dead.
I'm sorry, the old Ebony can't come to the phone right now. Why? Because she's dead.
I want that on a t-shirt. I want that on a t-shirt. I'll print them and send everyone one.
It's so good.
I went to what was it
I
called,
went to
Storm King
Baldur's-
Splendor, and all I got was
Murder.
was one dead bard.
How do I sink? I should be sinking.
So where you all are headed towards the steeple,
Church time.
church time, and so
If Tempy's done running into the waves.
yeah, kind of like swipe panning, like as you kind of nothing happens on the way over there. So it takes maybe 20 minutes to 10 or 15 minutes to get there. And you're actually walking, right? You're not like floating or anything like that. You can feel all your weight. You know, if you feel for a second like, if I'm dead, why can't I fly? Why don't I feel like a ghost or a spirit? I feel very much like you. And when you arrive, to get in, you can either go under the water, or to get to the top, you'd kind of have to like climb, and it's slippery, you know, the rocks of the steeple. But up maybe it's up maybe 15 feet.
Jameson, you want to dive just to like peer in the windows and see if there is water underneath?
If Machina can dive, because he's been walking on water, he doesn't know how to get under the water.
Demetria like puts hands on his shoulders and tries to dunk him.
Machina
Heavy thoughts. Heavy thoughts. Ugh.
starts to bleed. Machina, you begin to just like sink, and as you look, does Machina have dark vision?
Nope.
So it's just pitch fucking black
He's
under
black.
here. And I'll
Does
say
anyone
that
have a glow stick?
all we can barely make out is
Can I give him the Mace of Disruption just to hold? Then we'll give off light in a 30-foot cone.
when you
not
give it
come
to
with
him, it
circle.
goes out because you are attuned to it, so it
Bruh.
doesn't work for Machina. So it just he's just holding. He's like, "See you later," like Mary
Wait, no,
Poppins
there's
down
magic.
the-
We have magic. Change color.
In Machina, you can sink for as long as you like, or you start to realize that you can calculate. You in the water, you can kind of almost use your mind to orient yourself, and decide to push yourself back up, which in the real world would be more difficult, as that metal would be heavy in your gearing, or in your world. So, because it seems that all the worlds are real. And it's, like I said, it's just really difficult to see right now.
Just gonna throw this out here. This is so far the best globe we've busted. I'm just gonna say that.
And it took Tempe 20 minutes to bring up the fact that he.
But so far, man, I'm
So
I'm
far,
not
your competition is Demogorgon.
I mean, this is. Oh no, and the worm.
know.
Oh, the worm might be the best one. The worm might have been because the worm saved us.
Yeah.
What was the? Yeah, the worm's the one you tried to throw at the Tarrasque's butt, right?
I never.
That was that was the one.
Stop creating a false narrative, Cheryl.
Yes. That's probably one of my
So when
favorite-
I say it's a false narrative, when Sean says it, it's great recap, Sean.
Machina, there in the dark, you hear a whisper.
Oh, hold on. I got goggles of night
Okay.
for my artificer stuff. I knew I had some sort of dark.
So
Also-
as your eyes,
Can we have tied a rope around him?
I'm gonna say no on that one because I like
my
that
God.
idea, but no one said it before he did.
As he's like slipping out of my grip.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh
"Ah."
shit.
As you're adjust almost this kind of like underwater night vision, you're able to see that there are multiple windows and accessible stained glass broken, and the structure goes down hundreds of feet to the point where you don't see the base. It goes into darkness. There are also multiple towers that are broken off of the top of this church. And around 150 feet down, there is like a balcony and like a broken archway to enter like one of the like dilapidated towers, the one that is shooting up through the top. And you hear a voice say, "Why do you come here? Your friend has already taken my treasure."
Which friend?
The tiefling holds the sword. But it must choose her, and she will not be able to use it for some time to its greatest ability. It is a blade of a solar. It is my blade. I am Luminara, and your friends are foolish mortals. The one in the dark leathers, he has made impulsive actions that have unshackled a force that predates existence. It has no name, and if unleashed upon reality, it will destroy worlds. I am its warden. I was here to protect it. But all hope is not lost. It is still trapped within this demi-plane. Well, not trapped. Once it stirs, once it realizes that the oceans go far enough beyond to the other worlds, it will be released once again. So your group, owes me that up. You must fix this, and I can show you how.
Would you like your sword back?
I have been here so long, this dark plane has, without the light of the sun, without the radiance, without Lathander, I have lost my form. I am but a voice. I have no arms to use this blade. So if it can work in her hands, so be it. I will say to fix things, she will need to hand it back anyway. So I'm sorry, I chose to spoke to you first. I can also speak to the others. I think it is because you came to my resting place. What does Machina do with this?
How would Machina react to voices in his head that aren't his own?
Malware detected.
I realize you find this strange. You are concerned. Because you don't see yourself like the others. Though you are so much... I see you as the same. Why is it that you...
I thought we were all special in our own ways.
We are all special, as each grain of sand is slightly different. But each sand makes up a beach, and each drop of water makes up an ocean. And therefore, when you are like me, you see it as we are all part of a fabric. We all have a duty to serve. I have failed at mine by allowing this to happen, I had no choice in the matter. And then above ground, Tempe, you hear the voice. It was you. Why would you so recklessly break that glow?
Ask her where Lenore is. Where's Lenore?
Lenore? I do not know
Where's
this
the
Lenore
girl?
you speak of.
Where's the girl that was with me?
There is no girl here. But if you want to see her again, you can fix this. The old one must be. We must keep it trapped. You must go to the lighthouse. There.
Good.
There you must place the keys in the correct order to reestablish the globe around the demiplane.
Did you say the old one?
It that has no name. And then its voice says, interesting. You are special. You heard me when I was talking to him. And then it decides to speak to everyone where everyone can hear the voice. I am Luminara. The
I'm
soul.
gonna insight check this voice. Because
Celestial.
now it's asking us to put the
Ooh.
keys in the right order.
Also, just like great old one, or the old one, as in the great old one, or
Yeah, it's a big question.
the older, bigger one.
Luminara is not the old one, but is the warden or the guard of the demiplane of this one. What Luminara is
According
saying
to
is,
Ed.
by smashing this globe, you have released it, but it hasn't stirred yet, so it doesn't know that it's free. And so as long as restoration can take place, it can rest. You can give me an insight check.
Seven.
I was going off of Machina's request, but I'll take Amnon's
Oh,
insight as
sorry.
well. No. Yeah, I'll take anyone's insight if that's what they trying to trust. Now, is Machina resurfaced, or is he still going to go deeper?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
my
did I go away?
connection
Sorry.
I think Jameson went away.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
went away for a little bit. So Machina would still explore because that's what he was told to do in the first place.
Mm-hmm. And so
What did you, our friend?
as you swim through the first, inside, what you find is it's almost like a stone. I don't know what I would call it, but it's sticking up in the middle of the room, and it looks like a blade would sit on it, and it's there is no blade there. And it says, as I told you, the tiefling has the blade. I have never seen such magic, but it was transferred to her hands in an instant.
Wait a minute. Wait, what happened to your hammer?
I still got the
She
mace.
still has
but now
her-
I
yeah,
got
she still
the
has
sword.
I thought it transformed into the sword. Okay.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
yeah, it doesn't. It's actually she has her mace as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I read
What does the
that.
sword look like? What does it look like?
It
Jeweled?
is a long sword that is has like a gold hilt and fine jewels are encrusted all in it, and the guard, it's kind of shaped in like two wings. It strikes you as something like almost a holy relic would be, and does feel like something an angel would wield. You feel like even if Killjourn could see it, he'd be highly impressed. But it doesn't feel heavy, and it feels quite light to hold. And it hasn't. You know it's magical, but it hasn't bestowed any magical properties just yet.
Haven't attuned to it yet.
Yeah.
Huh.
I have
I'm
been
gonna
in
ask
this.
the voice where the keys were.
and
Yeah,
at
or
this
like what the order keys are.
The voice says, well, to understand the keys, you must understand that I've been here so long that I am starting to lose. First, it was, you see, a solar needs the celestials to survive. And I hoped that one day that my angelic brethren would come to relieve me from my duty, but no one came. And so, first went my face and its features, then my limbs, then my body. I left my blade on display just in case. The waters continue to roll, the rain continued to come, and I am just this voice. And so I've been here a millennia. To mend this cosmic fracture, you must... I used to know the order. There's a combination, but I know that the keys are in the lighthouse. It is up to you. It is your world that is threatened, for I am slowly fading.
If we manage to work this combination out and reseal it in the orb, how are we going to get out or return to our plane?
When the creature is locked in place, I will then... It will start to cycle over because I can feel it broken. It will start my millennia. That will restore me, and I can grant you safe passage to leave, as I will stay and do my job as always.
You don't want to come with us? Seems like a...
Someone must stay here for this very reason.
Alright, keys in the lighthouse, some kind of combination.
Were there any other insights that I needed to listen to? Just making sure I'm trying to go back, make sure I didn't not lose anybody that rolled.
No. So I think we're going to the labs.
We're waiting for
Machina will
Machina
run
to
and-
surface again.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Machina will rush to the lighthouse as fast as he can.
We just see a little V formation like Godzilla taking off under the surface of the water.
Actually, he's gonna get to the surface, then do that.
Yeah.
When he gets to the surface, his chest above the waves like Hasselhoff in the SpongeBob movie.
At that point, Amnon just like looks over at him, just speeding over to it. He just goes, ugh, and he just starts running to try to keep.
But before running, he's gonna tell you guys that he's gonna get there as soon as possible.
Big run!
We do not know the urgent. It seems that this is urgent.
Yeah,
we do not
seems
know
very
how much
urgent.
time we have. I
It
shall
is
head there as
urgent,
soon
but I
as I
think-
can.
Yes, but I think we should stay together and arrive together.
As you guys,
Try to keep up, and then go.
God damn it.
as you get to the lighthouse,
Oh
what you realize is that there is not a shore, like a natural shoreline, but this 100-foot cliff rising out of the jagged rocks, and the water is beginning to kind of rush, kind of pick up. And you realize that it has enough footholds. It looks like you could make the climb, but it's also kind of wet and slippery. Everything smells like sea air and cold, and you will need to make athletics checks unless you have another idea to get up to the lighthouse. Another way around this.
He holds up the magic sword in his like shape of a ladder.
Nothing happens.
All right, where's the shot?
It's the dimensional door can only take 2 people up.
Yeah.
I can fly myself, and I can have somebody else fly.
I could always try and climb.
Honestly, if Malcolm would let me, I mean, I can do like a dimension door and fly. We can all just go up instantly.
I'll take that. Just
I mean,
describe for me how you do it, and I think that's fair.
Without spell points, please.
Yeah, use your spell. You know, long as you're using whatever needs to kind of, but just so we can see narratively, how are you?
Yeah,
so you're flying into
so-
the door.
Okay, well, I'm gonna offer the idea. Do you guys want to do that?
I'll just go ahead and climb.
Like fly yourself?
Well, yeah, I can fly myself. I'm fine.
Oh, no, I mean Bo.
Both
Can Bo fly
just
himself?
want to climb.
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 Machina's gonna do that monk shit to get up there.
This, yeah, Demetrius gonna turn
Okay.
to Amnon and be like, Doc, there is, okay, well, for one, there's that. And for 2, it sounds like this
Spider
is gonna
climbing.
this might be very disconcerting. It might be a bit of a battle. I think I would personally, rather hold on to those spell slots.
So, tieflings have goat hoofs, right? And goats can climb near vertical walls. I feel like it's only logical that
He
tieflings
craves
be able
that
to just
mineral.
walk up cliff.
It's like that meme.
Do the
of
tieflings
92 things.
in Forbidden Lands have goat hooves?
Clothing.
Dimitri does, because she's got
Okay.
half a set of horseshoes.
Okay. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, they do. Yeah.
And
yeah.
I've got horseshoes for extra grip.
Yeah, because I feel like because some people depict their tieflings with like regular humanoid feet.
That's an option. It's an
Yeah,
option.
it's
It's
an
one of those like infernal traits you
Yeah,
can give her.
yeah. I like the hooves. I like the hoof
Like
tieflings.
you guys.
Yeah.
Bounded.
So no, we're not. So you guys are just gonna go climb. Is that what-
Amnon's gonna just activate his
Flight.
bonus gem flight,
Okay.
and he'll just use that to go
Oh,
up.
give me an athletics check.
We want to do like ropes
Tempe,
tying
what's Tempe
each other
doing?
to each other for
22.
safety.
I'll do athletics since
Amnon's holding on.
Amnon flew away from me.
You're all
21
at level
for
15,
athletics.
so it's not the same kind of difficult trek it would be had you be like level 5. So yeah, I'm not.
Some of us are level 60.
Oh, excuse me.
My strength is at -1, so
Let's be
I'm
nice.
not climbing anything.
Yeah, so Amnon flies, Machina
I
scrambles.
feel
up the
bad about
wall.
being a level up than everyone else.
I got a dirty 20.
Nice. So you make it to the top.
Incredible
23.
proficient in athletics. That's
And so after a bit of tired of, the climb for those who had to exert some muscles, some effort, I don't hear anybody failing so far. Haven't heard any fails.
Like that scene from Game of Thrones that picks
Yeah.
up against the wall.
Got montage as they climb the wall. You get to the top, and the doorway stands open, like unguarded. Just an old, dilapidated tower. It's not fancy. Just standard kind of brick base from the ground up. It's only like 3 stories high. Kind of goes up towards a point. It's round all around. It's a watchtower. And you see the doorway where you can kind of, as the lightning kind of crashes, the thunder rolls across the space. You can see right inside the doorway the staircase crawling up towards the top. No enemies, nothing moving around you. It's quiet.
Divine sense.
Okay.
Trust, no silence. Divine sense.
And
Fear everywhere.
You sense making sure.
Well, I hope you sense something.
Celestials, fiends, hallow, spell, undead.
Okay.
Also good and evil.
What's the last one?
Good and evil, and the hallow spell. And
Oh,
undead.
good and evil then. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
That's- forget it.
Nagum's all like, this being is from before
You sense
good and evil.
nothing. No celestial. No.
I give the hand signal for nothing on the paladin meter, but that I'm paranoid and I don't believe it.
I mean, do you think whatever's here is neutral?
Can I do
I mean, it
Commune
could be a
with
force of
nature.
nature. You don't consider a hurricane evil.
yeah, can I do commune with nature?
Union with nature.
So that tells me I can also check for Fae and Elementals, influence from other planes of existence.
Oh, perfect.
And
Does yours
basi-
go longer than mine too?
It's it's a ritual, so I have to cast it over the course of 11 minutes. It's instantaneous though.
No, but I mean, doesn't it go further? Mine only goes 60 feet.
Oh yeah, mine is 3 miles.
Jesus.
A little bit more.
Jeez.
No, so like I said, no Fae, no elementals, no, the nature is almost off here. It's manufactured,
It's real, but not real.
yeah, it's a plane that was created for this being, and therefore it doesn't feel like you don't get the same sense of real nature, right? Like you almost feel like that horizon out there doesn't go to anywhere. Like almost like it. What other lands are out there? And so it's all kind of off-putting. You're not getting much from that. That's what I'll share.
Martin is just thinking keys as he's running up the lighthouse.
keys.
It's Machina runs in, and you all have to
I was saying
forced
that.
to follow him.
I'm gonna. Amy.
Machina makes it to the top. So the second floor is a landing, and it's open to the third floor. And the third floor has this magical light that's just kind of it's rotating above the room. The room's maybe 40 feet radius, all stone, and there's another staircase that goes up to a platform that can kind of, you could stand on that balcony and be around the room that you're in, but on that second story, and then the top is kind of a dome shape, but the dome is, if you were up there, the arch is like arch, so you could like look out, because of course that's how the light goes out, so it's not that dome is open space. Everything above you is open space, Machina, as everyone else is catching up behind you. But on that second floor, you've got windows that look outside, so you can see the water, kind of like window space, maybe every 30 feet. But at the center, on the opposite side of the wall, you see these 6, because each floor is probably 12 feet tall. And so on the second floor, you see these 6 towering statues that are carved into the alcoves of the room, into like each has its own alcove, like so on, it's a circular room, so on one half it's like 6, all 6 of them on that side, nothing on your side, and each depicts an identical hooded figure. Each statue faces a central stone table in the center of the room, and on top of that table sits an assortment of oversized items carved out of the same stone as the statues. There's a book, stone book. So unlike Machina would normally read it, it's a stone book closed. There is a scythe. There is a dagger, a spear, a hammer, and a crown. And the large circular, table that's has all these items on it. Now, on the wall, each of the figures, one of the figures has fingertips that look stained in ink. One of them has blood-stained hands. Another one has hands that drip with seawater, kind of splattering on the ground, constantly drip, 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 drip. Another's hands are covered in soot, and the other is the one is spotlessly clean. And all their hands are kind of stretched outward, almost to like there to receive these gifts.
And what are the items again, Malcolm? There's book, crown.
A book, scythe, spear, dagger, hammer, crown.
I mean, we know the clean one is mine, so.
Wait, and then the statues: ink, blood, seawater, soot, and then one with clean.
There was fingertips of ink. Sorry, I think I kind of messed
Ink-stained
up.
fingers,
Ink-stained
blood-stained
fingers,
hands,
blood-stained
one
hands.
dripping with seawater,
Yes.
soot-covered hands, and
One
a
clean,
spotless.
and I missed one, and then one with mud-crusted shoes
Okay.
or mud-crusted feet.
Okay, cool. I think we gotta match up implements. No?
I mean, obviously we have to match them up, but he said there's an order to it.
Oh. Ugh.
So there's a what?
Or did you say there was a
Combination.
combination for it?
Oh,
Or is it just matching them?
I don't know.
What's like the one on like the furthest
Now
left?
you gave Malcolm more ideas, so now
No,
we know.
I just gotta make sure I don't give nothing away.
I'm gonna roll an investigation, see if there's anything peculiar, like that would give this one first, this one second, if that is, or if that matters.
What are you trying to do? You said what? What are you asking?
investigate?
Investigate. Okay, give me investigation.
24. Oh wait, nope, 19.
19. Machina,
Oh,
that's an.
plus 10.
It's.
Plus
I
5.
think to Machina, as anything that Machina would think of as you're having a thought. It's an interesting, logical assessment. The problem here is that with even the wealth of knowledge in the books that Machina's read, if I thought that he had something here that would actually give him an edge, I would share it. But I think while his thought process is logical, he doesn't have anything that actually gives him that he can't find out on his own by further looking. There doesn't appear to be any like rhyme or reason why you would need to put the book first over, say, the scythe. At least from what that 19 shares.
Alright, pick up the book.
I mean, Machina would pick up the stone book and
Yeah.
look at it.
It has no, nothing on the binds. It looks like a book, but it has no title. It has nothing on the cover. No symbol or symbology that might be able to infer something from it.
Ink stained fingers?
I mean, that's what logic would dictate, but Machina will try to reach out to Linares and just ask the question of, does the order matter?
It has been so long, I forget. I am sorry. It escapes me. If it is do not know. I hate to say I do not know, but I do not know. I don't recall it mattering.
I hold up the magic
So,
sword and try and do the
then-
lion's sight through the handle to see if it reveals anything.
The sword, give me an insight check.
12.
All right.
My best thing I ever
the
rolled
blade
for.
is doing nothing so far, and that's a good time to check to see if. Actually, give me also add a, since it hasn't been a full hour. It's probably going on an hour actually with that climb. So give me a straight wisdom.
I like to save just straight wisdom.
Straight wisdom.
That's you.
Okay. The sword is doing nothing for Demetria right now.
It ain't no
Maybe it's 'cause you-
mace of disruption, you know.
Probably because you killed those paladins of Lathander.
You know, I was also thinking it's always fucking Lathander, you know.
So,
Yeah, that's what I
post
was
in the
thinking,
chat
Jameson.
for-
But also, I take issue with the crown being bloodless. We all know that the crown has blood on its hands.
Whatever.
What if we all grabbed something and then put them on their statues at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was just about to say.
Except for there's 5 of us and 6 items.
2 hands.
Do we have mage hand?
Are any of these being small enough for Pence to pick up?
I was gonna say, yeah, Pence flies too, so Pence can.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah. Axel,
dagger's probably small enough.
The
Smallest
dagger.
thing there.
I mean, Axel can carry another thing too.
I think I remember that the crown. This is the voice of, the solar. I believe that the dagger should be placed after the crown is. That's what I recall. The dagger. So you're right, Machina. The dagger should be placed after the crown.
I mean,
Alrighty,
Crown
that
King probably
complicates
goes.
things. Personally, I would say the scythe first, because farming comes first when it comes to civilization. First agriculture, then tools, so the hammer. And then, or
Spear?
actually, spear, so fishing, so spear fishing, then agriculture, then smithing. Then, once there's that, you need actual mercantile information, books, which you can then have a kingdom, but a kingdom can fall to a dagger.
I
I
buy
was
that.
just gonna say that. That's exactly what I was about to say.
You guys twin in with the thoughts.
Yeah.
Bo and Machina finishing each other's sentences.
What orders is the statues in?
As I've described them, so if they were, there's the fingertip, ink, crusted shoes, blood-stained hands.
Okay, so-
seawater,
So the
hands covered in soot, spotlessly clean.
Because originally when you said it, you forgot the
I forgot the
Mud
mud
crust.
crusted shoes. So yeah, that's the order as they look on the wall.
or wait, you said mud crusted feet.
Mud crusted feet. Feet shoes. That's not gonna change any of this. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I said shoes because I wrote
Shoes
shoes,
came
but I
after
imagine that
agriculture.
this when I
Shoes
said
came
shoes,
after
I imagine that this
agriculture.
statue should probably not have like sandals on. It would probably look cooler if they were stone feet. So I changed to feet, but that doesn't change the puzzle.
The name of this episode absolutely has to be
feet pics? Question mark.
shoes come before agriculture.
Checkmate. Shoes. Let's go to the board. What came before agriculture? Shoes. Ding.
Spin the wheel.
I don't think this solar finds us funny, guys. I don't think. I don't think they're.
We're
I don't
joking,
think
you
anyone
know,
would
what
find
to
anything
do.
funny after a millennia. Also, she's like watching idiot Demetrius swing her sword around trying to figure out what it does.
She's like looking through like it's a kaleidoscope.
From Thundercats, you look through the. I'm gonna give Kildren such a nice congrats on beating Tiamat present. It's gonna be the store.
What if we just start putting some of this shit on these fucking hands?
I mean, let's just do what Machina said, or Machina and Bo.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you for including me. It was also my idea.
So in that order, boom, 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 yeah. Leading
Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum.
crown,
Yeah.
Ending with the dagger.
da-da-da, yeah. So in that order of like how they would be in a timeline of being brought into
History.
existence. Yeah, history. Okay. So each
History of man.
item is placed. And after they are all placed, so just to confirm for the placement I am hearing. Actually, tell me, Machina, what I'm hearing. Kind of say book goes in, just so I make sure, like I'm giving you exact cave. So book goes to what?
So book to the ink stained fingers.
Oh, and
Sight
actually,
to
do you
the
want to go
mud-crusted
by your
feet.
do you want to go by your order so I can also hear your order?
Yes.
Yes. So spear to the drips with seawater.
Okay.
Then
And you see the figure, and you put it in there. It goes. It like moves and clutches the spear, brings it up, and then goes back to being stone. So those outstretched hands are now holding the spear, and
then scythe to the mud crusted feet.
yep. Brings in the sight, rises it up over its shoulder, goes back to being stone.
The hammer to the soot covered hands.
Takes the hammer, holds it to its chest.
Then the book to the ink stained fingers.
Takes the book. Kind of the figure, kind of heavy, looks down on it, almost prepared, like looking like it's gonna open it, but it doesn't. Just kind of clutches it.
And the crown to the spotless clean one.
Takes the
Ooh.
crown,
Yes.
rises it up, places it on its head, and then stretches its arms out, almost as though benevolent. I can't speak to it.
Benevolent.
Benevolent. With its hands out.
Benevolent.
And the dagger to the bloodstained hands.
The dagger's taken. Dagger holds it up, twists it
And I'm
around.
gonna take a few steps back.
The dagger swings down and stops. Doesn't swing on anyone. And the dagger disappears and materializes inside the crowned chest. And the eyes open and blood begins to pour down, and the crown falls off its head.
Druid leans towards Bo. Is that a good sign?
Debatable. You can say what's what these days.
And this day may claim, who knows?
Just as I expected, you are all very smart and also very foolish. The
And also very brave.
The paladin there actually tried to sense me. If I was Luminera, wouldn't you have sensed the Celestial?
Look.
Luminera has been gone for a long time. And when I told the metal man to place the dagger last, you probably should have switched it for the crown, for the dagger first.
I knew it. The king always has blood on his hands.
But you all have given me something I have wanted for a long time. From the shadowy existence, I am the primordial of Whisper. I am the cosmic current of the very gods you dare worship. Tiamat, Bahamut, they think themselves gods. I am eternal. Your feeble understanding grasps at the edges of infinity.
I kind of fuck with him.
And so,
I mean, if you have issues with Tiamat, that's kind of nice. We kind of
I
think
love
that.
this goth dude. Like this, I'm in.
I have been dormant for so long.
I'm breaking the statues.
Let us, yes, break them.
No! Knock it out!
As the entire structure begins to, like the tower begins to shake and begins to crumble, and the foundation itself, kind of rocks begin to. What do you all do? Is like it seems like the entire place is coming down.
Tired of it. Bahamut squat forever.
As the tire, it seems like something is ripping the foundation from this tower apart, and what you realize, almost as you look down, coming up from the ground out of like the foundation of this place, it's this giant squirming like tentacle, and it runs through the floors and blasts outwards. I need dexterity saves from everyone.
Bonus for being by me, guys.
What was the
Oh,
roll?
sweet.
Dexterity save.
X.
Dex save. DC 22.
Dexter, it's a
What?
+3 if you're by me.
Oh, nice.
+3.
I got 22.
I got a 22 too.
25.
I also got 22!
Oh my god.
What?
I got a 22.
I got 25.
Damn it.
Okay.
Oh, that was scary.
So you take half.
Oh, wait. We still take half.
Only 20. So as you're like being flung through the air like rocks, penalty 2. If you pass, you got 20. If you failed, you got 40 points of bludgeoning damage. As you're being flung out of the through the like the sky, you're completely disoriented. And as you're falling, like 100 feet below the seas, you kind of blink for a second, almost out of existence, and you come to like smashing into the water, and you slowly like resurface, and you're all prone, kind of laying there on the waters as they wash over you, slowly standing to your feet. And that is across the plains. What you start to see truly horrifies you. Give me a second. The lighthouse is no more. And what hovers there is this whatever unspeakable thing you call that, as you should roll for initiative.
Why do we gotta fight this thing? We're letting it out. Go to another dimension.
You're like, shoo! Get out of here,
God.
go!
Its gift to us is a quick death.
Yes.
Like, can I get a giant gift receipt for that, please?
I kind of want to worship it.
Bo.
22.
I can imagine Amnon showing up. I'm a great warlock. Check this out.
As these tentacles begin to writhe out of the waters, with the thunder and lightning in the water begins to crash down. All those eyes looking down on you. We'll crash to black and take a 5-minute break.
Malcolm, can I worship
Now,
this?
now we
Okay.
get a different kind of madness.
maybe it.
What if we all grovel?
Well, okay,
I
so
love-
okay,
I love
let's-
We're not worthy.
You guys haven't fought for a while, so if you don't want the fight, you can worship.
Oh, I want to fight.
And if
I mean-
and if it's not a fight, maybe it's just a quick death, like Makita says. Which
I
maybe
mean,
you're already dead. So like we
Yeah.
don't.
I mean,
It's like, well, we swing Dragon Man a little quickly.
Demogorgon gave us madness. This thing gives insanity.
Right. We just fell into
primordial,
the
right?
corner.
Yeah. I feel like this isn't as bad as Demogorgon, personally.
I don't know. I kind of just want to. I kind of want to worship it.
I mean, it looks kind of hot. to be honest.
Like Tiamat who? This is
Yeah, I
sorry
like-
Tiamat, but this is what peak condition looks like.
She's gonna have like 5 like Eldritch warlocks coming after her right now. We are eternal.
I mean, you're currently a warlock without a pact, Amnon. You can get another one.
That's what I'm
Right, old
saying. I'm right.
Makina, what'd you roll?
Amnon is
22.
single and ready to mingle.
22. I'll take these before we take our break. Dimitri, did you already roll or no? You,
Yeah, I got a 5.
5. That's such a paladin roll. Tiffy.
I'm sorry.
I got a 17.
17. Okay.
Got this sword though.
You do have, and the mage.
16.
16.
And the mace.
All right. Here
All right, let me get me food.
we go. Do it.
Okay, so they're primordials, right? So it's just kind of like a force of nature almost.
Before nature there was me. When the universe was like an unhatched egg, I swam through the jelly.
You're trying to like
of
figure out what
time.
it's considered like in terms of like all the different kind of monster
Aberration.
types. There is a type, but yeah.
I bet it
It's
came
just,
before agriculture.
But did it come before sandals?
I don't know, because
That's
it's,
a lot.
I kind of vibe with it.
I thought level 20 is when we get to fight gods. Is way too soon.
That's why it's gonna kick our ass.
Well, that's not a DM's choice. That's when Sean decides to bust glass and say, "Hey, let's just skip Tiamat." Just joking.
I feel like you deceived us with the Divine's Sense, because the Celestial already said it had faded away and it was just the voice.
That's just a really smart
Meaning
primordial
and then-
telling you that he has.
I
no
also was
body.
gonna be asking Luminara before she was all like, "And I'm losing my mind. I have
lying.
angel dementia." I was
Yeah.
gonna be all like, "Oh,
I
who's
was
your
waiting
buddy
for
who's
more
supposed to
insight.
relieve
Like,
you?"
can we get some insight, and like all
I was
the
gonna
insights
ask
we
like,
failed
"Oh
to-
well, who are your buddies who are gonna relieve you?" Because we know like one celestial, we know two. What are the odds? It could be one of them. And
I was waiting for all that smoke and all those questions, and I was waiting for it specifically after an episode where you got deceived before. So yeah, but
I
but
mean,
with
I
that
haven't-
deception, I got evil. I didn't
Yeah,
get any
you
good
did-
or evil.
Yeah, you got this is because this is not either. This is not a celestial. It's not a devil. And it's not a fiend. You know,
It's not an elemental.
Did you
not
hear what my
elemental.
insight check was, or
It's
did
not
I cut
considered
out
elemental.
before that?
what was your
Because
insight?
I got a 19 on my insight check when I rolled it.
that's pretty high.
I did
That-
declare
that.
that.
That didn't do it. I heard your 19.
Okay.
So good. Yeah.
Well, I hope good luck to all of you. I'm bending the knee and I'm offering my services.
I'll be back.
Fucking new guy.
Listen. You gain a level and a shiny.
Y'all
sword.
haven't offered Bo nothing.
I
in a
do
while.
feel
Y'all
bad
just been
about that
letting him
level
just, like,
actually.
take-
If it weren't for the fact that
it's-
like
Here's the thing,
it's
Malcolm
from
is
the deck of many things.
Very true.
Hey,
It's very
Y'all
Time
haven't
for
like
another card.
every time there's a moment to bring Bo in, y'all like kind of let him sit at the outskirts and then go like Robbie. So like I feel like Bo has no ties.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You're showing me basically what hated.
We're like sitting, we're
Nature
sitting
itself.
Bo at the table, be like, Robbie used to sit in that chair. We're like giving him food. Robbie used to eat off that plate.
Oh,
Now I feel bad for Bo.
well,
I have been feeling bad for Bo because I thought we made progress there, but then the Demogorgon ruined everything.
Bo's about to become a cleric of some old god.
Sure, might as well happen. You know, it's been a weird enough year. We were already in cahoots with a cannibal lizard guy. You know, like
Hey, he would have saw this coming. He's got that good insight.
the roster's had its freaks. Is all I'm saying.
Lizard God would have intervened against this bullshit.
What if this is Lizard God?
Can you prove it's not?
This thing was trapped and couldn't communicate with the outside world.
Prove it.
Good point. Good point. What if the only person it could communicate with was Rocklush?
It's like the only
Actually-
game I've played where things have just gotten so much worse.
I
Like,
just can't wait. I just can't wait for when Malcolm posts this episode and I can timestamp Sean saying, "This is the best orb we've ever thrown, guys."
Hey, I still stand by that. This is still better than a Demogorgon.
Lex is like, true.
I mean, true. I haven't gone mad yet. I get to walk on water here.
Also, if I wasn't playing Miraculous and I was playing my Knowledge Domain Cleric, this would be his god. It would have been Yog-Sothoth, the great old one of omniscient knowledge.
Well, this one's just the old one.
It's not an old one, okay?
There's multiple old ones. There's the great old one. There's the not so great old one.
There's a mediocre, probably average one.
Yeah.
The Bad Batch season 3.
Yo, I can't wait for that shit.
1
man.
month. 1 month.
Yo, it looks so fucking good,
I'm
man.
so worried.
How could a trailer for a cartoon look so fucking good, man?
I am so worried about my boys. They're
I
gonna drop
mean, you
like
see
flies.
the time jump? You see how old Omega looks?
I think that the time jump's not gonna be that bad.
I don't know, dude. I've like
They
in the
just changed her
beginning.
hairstyle, and she has a regular hairstyle in other clips. So
Yeah, so
it wasn't like it doesn't look like it's the same time jump as like with Ezra, you know.
no, I don't think it's quite that far. But so basically, I think the season's gonna start off like normal, like where the last season ended, and then we're gonna see the time jump in the season.
yeah,
Because she looks there. There's a scene where they freeze.
she's got like that new like hairdo.
and her hair looks like her sister now.
Mm.
It's almost that same length, so it's
Yeah,
got to be
right
6
back.
months, 8 months, and they're like,
Like
and
6 months.
Hunter,
Yeah.
Hunter's like, Omega's been gone for so long. You know what I mean? So long could mean a long time. It could mean like, you know,
I'm just saying. I don't know what your guys' plans are, but the finale is airing May 1st, my birthday, So if we
Oh,
wanted to have a Drinks and Dragons, discuss the episode, birthday
we
celebration.
gotta do that. That would be awesome. Hell yeah, we gotta
I'm
do
down. I'm down. Pretty cool.
that. For that.
Yeah, Cheryl, we gotta go out. We gotta go out for your birthday.
I'm cool with that. Let's go. We need to do more in person. It feels like it's been, because it has been, like a bajillion years since we did something in person.
Well, it was since we watched Spy Kids.
Well, no, you and me watched Spy Kids. I mean the whole crew.
Oh,
The whole crew was Tiamat, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whole crew was Tiamat, and then me and Ohan were there for watching Prey at Malcolm's.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, and then I did what do you call it? I did the movie thing, right? We went to see
Yeah, Dungeons and
Emu.
Dragons. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta do
yes.
something.
Of
Yeah,
course.
Yeah, I can come down. I swear, yeah. Orange County so far away. Orange County.
we'll do.
Well, you live up in Simi Valley. That's my mom's neighborhood.
Yeah.
So that's
So if
my
you're ever up
second
here,
home anyway.
like we're super close.
Cheryl,
Decide
pick me up.
pick up Lex and we.
Let's do it.
He's close to me.
I like
man.
thrive. I would love to have. I mean, I love movie nights, as you can see the way I do it. So if we ever want to do a movie night, you're welcome. We can. I mean, like we got now that I have a little more space. We got the game room if we want to have a game, movie, sit outside by the fire, have some cocoa, whatever y'all want.
We gotta do all that. We should do all that.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know what? I was telling my home group, because I don't play with them as often as I would love to, and I really miss marathon D&D sessions. I don't think I have I can't do them like I used to, but like I wish that I could. There's something about like 8 hours of D&D. Not saying that we do that, but like a whole day with your friends worth is like 4
Yeah.
hours. It's crazy because there's like I remember when all my D&D sessions used to go to like with my home group till like 2 and 3 in the morning. There was this weird fatigue that would settle in, and that would like you'd be like playing the characters, so it was just that much more engrossing. So yeah.
Well, I feel like that was when we fought Tiamat too. By the end
Oh,
of the
yeah,
time we
by
were
the end of
fighting
that was
Tiamat, we were like,
Now 8-hour battles are insane. This is silly. That was like an all day fight. I was like, okay, see, I gotta figure something out when we do this again. This is a mess. And that's what I hate about high level 5th edition. So that's always my argument against it. It's just that with Dragonbane, you'll never have a 7-hour fight. Ever. You can fight gods in an hour. 2 hours, you know. Not even just Dragonbane, just other systems have those like quicker mechanics. But where you can still be as epic as possible. Yeah. Well, as this creature's tentacles are rising out of the sea, you all can hear somewhere in the distance. No. Voices yelling over the cacophony of rain and thunder. Human voices yelling out. Just so close, but so distant, and not audible, not to where you can make out what is being said. With that, Machina, as usual, his gets to go first, even before the even more these primordial thing. Tentacles just swaying.
I actually love that for Machina going before the primordial thing. This like concept of time and space defying monster arrives, and Machina's like computing. Enemy engaged.
I mean, I did try breaking the statues immediately as I realized I fucked up. But good old bonus action blade song. I don't think this thing's gonna be hitting our AC, but combat mode engage.
Then you have to say it like Machina says it.
Combat mode engage.
Do it right, Jameson.
His robot voice is so good.
You know we like it when you do the voice.
Then for spell, I'm gonna cast False Life at 4th level. And then run towards it. That's the smart thing to do.
All right. So
Actually, no.
how far would you like to move? Is each one of these? I know it's hard to see. You can on a bigger. I kind of on a bigger. Actually, I might be able to put a small, but on the big screen here, you can kind of see a top down. But like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like 30 feet, right? So if you're running towards it, or you're running towards one of the tentacles, or you are.
I should take that back. I'm gonna run towards Mitra.
Run towards Demetria. Put you right here.
And just run over Bo.
Over.
And I will get at 21 temporary HP.
Nice. So this Machina runs over, clutches Mitra, giving her some healing, some life.
No, I false life on myself.
Temporary. Not sorry, I meant to say temporary hit points. So you just kind of boost her up a bit.
No, boost him up a bit. Boost him up.
Yeah. Retroactive healing for myself.
For yourself. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, you can't target other people with false life.
At that moment.
Just realizing now that we get to see the battle map from 2 directions.
Oh yeah, dang. Well, thanks for bringing the tentacle over here, Machina. I really appreciate it.
One of the tentacles kind of moves under the water, rise, pushing outward, and will strike at Machina with the tentacle for 33 to hit.
That will hit.
Doing okay, 21 force damage.
Can I use my reaction to do Shield Guardian? So I will reduce that by 10, or reduce that by a D10 plus something.
Sure.
Because he's right next to me. Grab my 10s.
Machina is also a squishy boy. Despite being
Yeah,
a
so
man.
I'm going to be trying to keep that away from you a little bit. What is it? It is... Hold on, I haven't done this in a while. Okay. I need to hit plus 5. Alright, so I reduced that by 15 points.
Okay. So it's only 5. Oh no, it was
6.
6 points, but Machina is still grappled.
No!
Damn.
By the
No strength save or anything?
No
Just
strength
grapple?
save for it, just automatically grappled.
Yeah.
And moves to Tempe. All the talking of this creature, the only thing it says is it grapples says, "And let me remind you, I am not speaking your language. You are simply being forced to understand mine. I hope your minds can hold up to it." And Tempe, you're up.
I'm going to I'm gonna use a maneuver and I'm gonna quick toss my dagger or a dagger,
Okay.
and I want to try to hit in one of its eyes.
Are you moving anywhere? Or you staying where you're at? Are you trying to like move to any like cover? Or are you
I think I'm gonna move to right to where that rock is.
okay?
Get behind it, and then I want to aim for that center eye.
So you're gonna throw a dagger at that eye. That is about. That's a long throw in the wind and the cold.
Is it? I can't tell how far it is.
Yeah,
Damn it.
it's about 200 feet away. Actually, it's a little less than that. I'm sorry, I'm exaggerating. It's 150. That's
I'll take-
more accurate.
It's not that far.
All right, because it's at an angle. It's up towards the sky. You're just throwing this dagger in the wind. Go for it.
I got a +3 dagger. I'm pretty good. It's not gonna do a lot of damage. I just want to see what happens.
No, yeah.
22.
Double hit. So you fling the dagger into the
Favorite dagger.
into the eye.
Your lucky dagger.
Yeah.
Whoa.
8 for 8 damage.
Damage. Take.
It is a magical dagger if it matters. I don't know.
It is magical. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just check here. So for 8 damage. Okay. 8 damage is done.
So I can't read.
You don't hear
Yeah.
like a "oh" or anything. You see the and it hits you. You can tell where you can tell it didn't miss the eye because the eye is so
Yeah.
big and it just disappears into the eye.
Chris.
And it just continues to look around.
So I should be able to take 3 attacks right there, but because I quit cost and I'm not near anything, I can't. I can't hold that as an action though, right?
No.
Well, no.
You wouldn't be able to hold all 3 of your things. It would be like
Yeah,
opportunity.
you'd have to
Yeah,
use your whole
that's what I
turn
mean,
to hold.
though.
So
Could I-
since you've
could I-
already
because
flung
of-
one dagger, you've already started. You've already committed.
Yeah,
to
so I
attacking
can't.
this.
I would.
So you
it's just-
could like fling a dagger and then rush over and attack one of these tentacles, right? Like you can do that.
Yeah. Okay.
You can
Okay.
do
If I still have movement, then I
this
can.
is
do-
like 30
I'll
feet
do that.
away. 5. Yeah, this is only. I mean, because you can run on the
Thank
water.
you,
Can I go
Sorry.
to the one- can I go to the one closer to the group though?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go to
it's that Machina?
the group, and then and I'm gonna make further attacks on it.
Okay.
Um, 17.
That is not. Unfortunately.
7.
7.
27.
27. That will hit.
Thank goodness.
7 damage. Ooh, I'm really killing this thing tonight, huh?
Hey, every point counts. Every point counts.
Yeah,
Game to
yeah.
game.
They add up.
We're nickel and diming this son of a bitch.
We know he's gonna do the same to us, nickel and dime.
Yeah.
So far, that's been 2 instances of 20 damage heading towards Machina. That's not a nickel and a dime. That's a sledgehammer.
So did you hit anything there?
Yeah, I got for 7 damage.
7 damage. All right, I'll take it. And it seems to slice easiest, and that doesn't feel like resistant to it. You're just kind of stabbing your blade into this, like into the tentacle. It kind of opens up, and something kind of fluid comes out of it. It's clear, though. It's not red. It's not black. It's just this kind of clear, almost like the water, but oily, pouring out of this thing for a moment, just a little bit. Does that end your turn?
Yes, it does. That's disgusting, by the way.
The creature will make a legendary.
Dislike.
I will need I need a wisdom saving throw from you, Timpy.
+3 because you're by me.
Oh, love it.
Because it's legendary, it's easier to
14.
so you feel these whispers. You feel something kind of tearing at your mind, at your your psyche, and you, as you're swinging that blade in your mind, almost the tentacle where all this happens so fast, the tentacle will suddenly become Demetria, and then you'll like kind of pull, and then it will go back to a tentacle, and you're able to fight it just enough, and then for a moment you look down, you feel a you look down, and the dagger you just threw is now in your heart. You will take half. So you'll take 15 points of psychic damage
Alright. Oh shit.
as the knife in your heart disappears.
This guy sucks.
I was about to traumatize us.
We are at Bo, I believe.
Sorry, everyone.
Oh!
Bo's gonna go into a rage, so he goes into his bear spectral form. And then he is going to get down on one knee and call out to the old one and say, "Old one, hear me. It is not a fate befitting someone of your power to be trapped inside an orb. Let us go and allow me to be your champion on the material plane. And we won't fight you, and I'll do your bidding."
Wow. Many have kneeled before. But, Bo, I value your sentiment. I blush at it. But I am no god. I need no followers. And I have no anger towards you. I don't dislike you. I don't love you. I am indifferent. I am killing you because why should I not? But you flatter me. Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, fuck.
Everyone roll to see if they feel bad that Bo just got friend zoned by this guy.
Not even friend zone. He was like, "You're literally nothing to me." Oh, fuck.
I'm indifferent.
The worst he can say is no. Gets hit with this shit.
The worst you can say is no, stabs you and feels no remorse. Oh, that was bad. 3?
Give me advantage. You can try again.
Okay, 19.
All right.
It's better, but we'll do it. He says, Bo, there's a portion of you as I look into your mind, into where you come from. You seem lost. And you seem to fight to find a purpose. And this group, they want to save the world at all costs. And they don't see all that you've done for them. They didn't see how you single-handedly threw people from the parapets of that castle down below the city. You're such a tank for them, and yet they're constantly thinking about someone else. You deserve to know my name. It is Nixiathia. Just one of them. I respect you, Bo. I will kill you last. But you will rest with me for eternity. And it will be wonderful. That's it.
I feel for the fact that this thing is all like, they don't appreciate you, but I also don't appreciate you.
At least he's straight up about it, and he's not asking me for anything.
Amnon, you are up.
Oh, okay. Oh, what?
It was a noble call. If it was a little bit higher, it could have gone
The
differently.
like roller
The thing
coaster
is-
of respect I felt for Bo, right? The kind of like, I get it, okay,
I
yeah.
would have had to roll an at 20, because literally I have a plus 0
Yeah.
to persuasion.
Shoot your shot, you know?
Well, Bo takes a seat.
Bo takes a seat. Amnon's gonna yell at Bo, like, get the fuck up and hit something.
But what? You won't notice it anyway.
How do you know? Let's kill his tentacles. I don't know. I gotta hit something. I'm not just gonna sit down. And then,
No, he sits down and starts sinking under the water. Just salutes and starts going under.
Amnon is gonna summon a fiend.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cousin.
I call forth a fiendish spirit, and it manifests in an unoccupied space that I can see. I'm gonna choose the devil, of course.
I like this creepy Halloween music.
But anyway, so I summoned him for my turn.
Okay, and where do you put your fiend? Next to you?
Ooh.
I'm gonna put the fiend, yeah, next to me.
Okay.
and I don't think I can move anywhere. Can I move with the fiend?
Was you summoned it with your turn with your action, so you can still move, yeah. Does the fiend operate on your turn? I always get weird. I always forget these rules. So.
Yeah, no, I mean they're different. Let me see here.
Because you summoned it this turn, so it's the same thing like when you summon Axel. Like you usually summon Axel, but you don't use him that turn. But then you still can move around, and you know.
Yeah, but I think if I want to attack with, I think I still have to use a bonus.
Can it be used as a bonus action? I'm willing to be called on it. Like literally, it's been a long week. My brain cannot figure out what D&D rules is, so we can look at it.
You know
I want
what?
it to be whatever is most positive for you all, but you know, in fairness, so.
Yeah, I'm trying to read if it shares my initiative or if it. Shares my initiative, and it takes a turn immediately after me. So it has it's its own thing. It's not like Axel, so it's its own like creature, but it obeys commands from Amnon.
Okay.
So then I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
then it's a creature. I'll allow you to use it as a bonus action to use it on your turn. Yeah, because it wouldn't make sense to that creature would not be strong enough to use. Yeah, it makes it. You'd use it as a bonus action on your turn and use your regular turn. So you've made the action to summon it. So that's your action. You can still move.
Yeah.
I'm not. You can if you want to use the creature this turn. Absolutely.
I'm gonna have it hit the nearest tentacle. That's
Yep.
by Demetri and
Join the party.
I. Here, it has multi-attack. It will hurl flame.
All right. Oh, so it's like from a range attack.
Yes.
Does it move away at all? Do you and it want to create some distance between you and the? It's up to you.
No, I don't want to get very far away from Demetra, honestly.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just kind of stay close, but I can. I don't get. I don't get. Well, Amnon doesn't get.
Right now, if you like, I know it's hard to see at home, but basically, this is all like within 30 feet of each other, right? All of you are really clumped in pretty close.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean that's fine. I just wanted to stay within her modifier too.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and make your flame or your flame.
Okay. $20 damage.
Oof.
So if the target is flammable, that is it's something that's not being warmed or carried, it also catches fire.
Oh.
The number of attacks equal to half the spell's level. So I casted this at 6th level, so he gets 2 more attacks.
Okay.
I hope I'm reading that right.
You get 6. Did you say 6 more attacks?
No,
Oh,
2 more.
What?
He's a level 6.
Excuse
He
me?
gets half of that is the amount of attacks he
Oh, sorry, I didn't know
gets
it
for
was
multi-attack, though.
So I didn't know it was on that the other screen for that long.
We're back.
Yeah. You guys gotta let me know if you need me to come back. I happen to just trying to give you a good, strong view of missing all the faces.
Because now Ohan's way off the side of his little square.
I know, I always veer off. I start out here every time, and then, it's like a... Okay, hold on.
It's like that gif of Homer Simpson just into the bushes, just slowly.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. 40...
I like Horizon.
Sorry, new guy. You've been
I
replaced
like
by a new
Horizon
war
bosses.
guy.
I call these
He's out
Hor-
here with triple
I call these.
attacks.
I've only done.
That's
I've had
like-
one other, but I like Horizon bosses where they just like are the entire battle.
Malcolm, how are we viewing this Horizon boss? I was just about to ask. I like that. We're on the board, right? And then what's the
So if
Is
you
that-
think about it, as far so on the horizon, so wherever the sky ends, you see that thing. It's not on the board. It's not. It's
No,
out
no,
there.
I'm talking about it on the board though.
That's why you
physically,
throwing your blade is like, yeah. Make it,
Oh no, for us in real life, Malcolm. For
Oh
us,
yeah, for us in real life.
Oh,
Green screen.
It's green screen.
background.
Is it green screen?
So
You're
it's the green
projecting
screen on the
that?
other side of the table,
You're-
being
you're
yeah. and
projecting
I'm
that-
projecting
yeah,
that as a
onto
background.
that-
Similar to
onto
the way I
that.
always do my backgrounds, right? When you like, well, I want
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
the
yeah,
lighthouse.
yeah. I
I'm just
realized
putting the
because
creature there
When
instead
you
and
move,
using
when you
the
move the
limbs.
foreground, I was like, "Fuck, dude, this is visual effects now. Look at
Yeah,
this."
so now this thing can be wherever
Oh,
it's
he's
always
watching us
looking
right
at you.
It's like
yeah,
shooting
I mean, I'm like
around
looking
AR.
at it, and I'm just like, damn, that looks cool.
And imagine all those little eyes are like, constantly moving.
Okay, so
I worship it.
the fiend did a total of 56 damage.
move on, Bo.
No.
56 damage. That's awesome. That's more than this thing has done so far. So I'll take it.
I've read it like 3 times just to make sure I'm.
No,
I'm
you're
doing-
level 15. It makes sense.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever done that much damage before.
Wow, Bo, you try and worship this thing. New guy's here 5 minutes, and he does.
I know. Well, I think I have a good patron for you.
All right. So as Amnon, does that end your
It
turn?
does, yes.
Um,
Oh, well, what happened?
so then the creature that is just talking, its language just dissolves into just gibberish to you and begins to kind of get louder and louder in your minds, kind of like burrowing into your brains.
What language is it?
You cannot make it out. These dreadful whispers. Doesn't make any sense. Give me a wisdom saving throw, everyone.
Even though I'm grappled by the tentacle, am I still near Demetra?
Yes. Oh yes, you are still Demetra. I'll take that.
Is this isn't
Bunch
something
you
that
want.
would frighten us, is it?
23.
No frighten. This is 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
7.
23 passes, 7 fails. Basically,
21.
the 21 passes.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to roll again.
You take 41 if you failed. You take 20 if you passed.
Psychic.
Psychic damage.
What about
How much if
17?
you fail?
20.
Okay.
What about 17? Does that pass?
Oh my god.
Wait. 20 if you pass,
20 if you pass, 40 if you fail.
40 if you fail. Okay.
41. I'll say 40 instead of 41. I'll round down from this.
Does a 17?
Because
generous, Malcolm. So
rolled.
generous.
I rolled. This thing gets to go again, and I recharge, so it's gonna do it again. The psychic whispers do not let up. I need another save.
I'm going to use oh shit, would it work for that? Please hold.
Yep.
Divine retribution.
Yeah, but I'm be like a physical attacker, a mental attacker.
Suddenly, over
Ouch.
the calls over the water, you hear like calls, some like voices yelling out to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna channel divinity. It needs to make a wisdom saving throw. DC 16.
Rebuke the violent.
This
Use
is
that
before-
violence.
This is before we roll, right?
No, it's for that damage we just took.
Are you high enough level to where you negate the damage you're rebuking the violent from?
Nat 20. So,
Hish.
I'm gonna
Takes half,
silvery
so-
barge that as a reaction.
fair enough.
Hey!
Roll again. It gets 16 this time.
If it
So
meets,
meets
it beats.
it. I feel so. Yeah, you got a 16.
Thank you
it
for
rolled-
thank you
it
for
rolled
that
really
silver
low.
barbs though.
Yeah.
So it still takes half, so it's gonna take 20 points of radiant damage.
Okay, go take it.
And I will give the advantage to not Bo.
Now
Because
Mr. Simp over here.
You know what?
Demetra, give me another insight.
Who, me?
Actually, give me yes, give me an insight check. Is that higher than your regular wisdom?
No.
No, give me a regular wisdom check.
Or it's the same. I'm not proficient in insight, and it's
Okay.
both a negative one. 9!
Dang it! You are not attuning to the sword.
You
I
give it to
feel like
Machina.
there's got to be like a running count of like how many times this specific campaign that I've rolled insight and gotten a single digit.
Yeah, it
Like
it's a
rarely
thing.
have I rolled insight and gotten double digits.
But you know what?
Give it to
It's
Machina,
balancing.
maybe you can do
It is, yeah, nothing. Okay.
Not a wisdom caster. Okay, I'm a charisma caster.
Charisma casting is
So did you get something to stop me from doing that last?
No, I just did damage.
Okay, and then I took. So did I already take that? Did I miss that?
20 points of radiant.
Okay. And then did everyone take the second round? Did you guys try to?
We haven't
block-
rolled that yet.
Oh, we haven't rolled that.
Okay, so let's
No,
do.
well,
that.
you didn't tell me if I passed or not.
What did you get?
17.
You did not pass that first
Oh.
one. It was a 21.
Oh, okay.
So then you took 40,
I just
and
showed.
now we're about to do it again, and you need to give me
Yes.
a 21 again for.
Plus 3.
This is why I had to stay next to Demetra. I knew this was happening.
I
That
rolled.
one.
I got a 19.
It's 42 this time, so you fail 21. You failed 42. You passed 21 psychic damage.
Saving throw is what again?
21.
I mean, what stat? Wisdom?
Yes, wisdom.
Wisdom?
Sorry.
Okay.
Let me make sure it is. I think
21.
It makes sense to be wisdom.
I feel like it'd be intelligence.
No, it's actually wisdom. It's wisdom.
21.
Amron's down.
Ooh.
Down?
Yeah.
Does that make
So
his
a
spear
19,
disappear?
a 19 fails, and I take 40 points of damage, right?
Yes. Demetria
I
is
also
up,
failed.
I am up. I am up and I am up. Okay.
and Machina is still grappled.
Just thrown a wrench. Okay. Action, bonus action. Sorry, I had plans, but then Amnon went down, so now I'm reconsidering. Okay, I'm going to cast Aura of Vitality. So a 30-foot sphere, healing energy radiates out from me in an aura with a 30-foot radius until the spell ends. It moves with me. As a bonus action, I can choose one creature in that area to heal it for 2d6. So
Okay.
that's action. For a bonus action, I'm going to heal Amnon for that 2d6.
Okay.
For 7 hit points. We'll get you back up.
Nice.
Well, I get max because I have Axel with me.
Hey, so you would get 12.
I
if
get
you hit that.
12. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
Very nice. But then that's my action, bonus action. Divine smite. Divine health. Divine. Something's in here. Okay, because I am ending my turn with fewer than 73 hit points, and I am not incapacitated, I also take 1d6 plus 8 hit points. I regain them.
Okay. Awesome.
So that's going to be 3 plus 8. I heal for 11 hit points. And that is my turn.
Would you like to offer a soul to me? And I will leave
No.
you be. I know. I've watched your minds. I am not the enemy you want. She is multi-headed. She's quite beautiful.
Okay,
Do you
Demetra
want
imagines
it
a big
to
middle
end
finger.
here?
Read this.
You can go to her, but one of you stays with me.
No!
Oh,
You can end this.
Yeah, Tempe.
You got your third character, Lex?
I mean, I will say, if Tempe yells out blow,
He's already sitting
So
down.
as
I
Tiffany's
guess.
like fighting, yelling through the, I mean, as Demetrius yelling no through the water. And the match's thing is like at this point you're just hearing the voice. You're all just hearing the voice in your mind. So it feels like on the field it's just rain and wind, but you all just hear this thing speaking to you clearly. Machina's up. As little as he's got, you can try to break. You can attack. You're grappled, with disadvantage, or you can use your action to break free, making a strength saving check from the crushing tentacle. Or
Well,
What are your hit points at, Jameson?
I'm at 33,
Ooh. Okay.
but I'm gonna cast Sword Burst.
okay.
That's a Dex save
If you don't
19
do enough
for it.
damage to kill the tentacle, you will still be grappled. If you don't,
That's fine.
Okay.
Did I
But that'll
beat
be a
you?
Dex save 19, save or suck.
Save.
Is the giant sky monster dexterous?
Is he limber?
Got a 14.
Or is it
Got a 14.
15?
14.
Alright, so it fails. It'll take 11 force damage,
Okay.
and then I will attempt to punch it with disadvantage.
Okay.
There's a dirty 20 hit.
It does.
That'll do 7 magical bludgeoning.
Okay.
I'm still grappled by the damn thing.
It. You are so close. I'm gonna say you're so close. Give me a strength save.
I mean, I've got another attack I can do.
Oh, then do your another attack. Yeah, then that will probably do it.
Then I'll do
Get
a
him.
bonus action punch.
It's at disadvantage, right? Or yeah,
Yep. And that'll be 21 to hit.
double hit.
Or 5 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Get him.
It will drop you.
Woo. Bridal carry catch.
And, the
And I
tentacle
break
will go
both my
down,
arms from the weight of Machina dropping.
And the tentacle just recedes into the water.
Yep, that's all for Machina.
All right. Let's see. That would put us
One
at
down.
layer action. I need a wisdom saving throw only from Machina and Demetria because they're wearing armor. Something is
I'm not wearing
telling.
armor.
I mean, you are armor. You are heavy. Something is telling you. Yeah, this is where your story. I know you're not wearing any armor, but this is where your story. I mean, this is the way you built that
Well,
character.
they have
works
the
into yeah.
Warforged have that little bit where it's
Yeah.
like integrated armor and whatnot.
No, but I'm literally not
He's
wearing
literally
any
the
armor.
way he built that character. There's no armor, so yeah. But the way he is, he's still metal. So, wisdom save.
I'll take the flavor loss.
Yeah, it's a flavor. As you start to, you're kind of Peter walking on water as you start to feel the weight of the armor and you feel the water.
Look at this.
It's
17.
I can message something.
That's
okay.
a wisdom save.
With a plus 30.
22.
All
Glug
right.
glug.
22. Machina, you're good. Demetria, you begin to sink. So you are.
If I had a nickel for every time Malcolm made me sink underwater because of my armor, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it has happened
You're only
twice. in
4
this
feet
epic.
down, so Demetria's like, well, I'm pushing like 6-7 feet, so you're like halfway in water. So everything's difficult terrain this turn. Like
Okay.
you're like slowly starting to difficult terrain.
waist.
Everything else is the same. Yeah, you're waist high in the water there.
We go pull her out.
Of course you could. Tippy, you're up.
I'm gonna go pull Demetri out of the water.
All right. This is not looking good for any of you. Why
Would
throw
my
away your
soul
lives
suffice?
so recklessly?
I'm not gonna know.
What did you say, Makina?
Would my soul suffice?
Does this unit have a soul?
The answer is yes. He discovered a soul.
Yeah, he's got a soul.
Yeah.
You see, yes, you have one. I take souls of all types. And unlike devils, I do not barter with them. I do not use them. They do not. Why do you collect gems? Why do you collect coins? I collect souls like I collect stars. Are you offering Machina?
And right in front of Bo?
I mean, I think Machina is a subject of interest to many great beings as a very unique thing. If it will save my friends.
Aw.
Okay, come on, we can fight this thing. As I'm like elbowing the water. Yeah, we went through so much to get you back, man. We can't give you up.
What is sorry, did I miss what Machina said?
He said if it will save his friends.
Creature thinks. Wondering. Machina, you were going to go on with these. You would go on. You would fight a dragon. You would read more books. Do you want that? Or would you like all of the knowledge? Would you like all of the books? Would you like to be the knowledge that your creator wanted to install into you? It is not death that I am offering. It is a new beginning. Live amongst the stars. I will take it if you accept.
Machina will insight check the rest of the party.
Insight. Is Machina gets a? Is this kind of pauses the battle as all the tentacles are kind of like writhing and stopping this like the rain, like the creature looking, the eye kind of growing more frantic as it darts back and forth, back and forth.
That'll be a 16.
And you're inciting the party. I
Okay,
won't.
Demetri didn't want Machina to go. At first, Machina was no, fuck that, you're our friend. But now that this thing has said that, if we're to believe that what this thing says is true, can I insight check this thing?
Yes.
See if it really intends what it means to intend for my friend.
Demetria, do you really think you can tell if I'm lying to you?
Fuck you. We're thrashing around in the water singing. Hey, for once, actually, 18.
Okay. It seems to be so indifferent, so unlike Tiamat that all you can feel like is that you have no choice but to, it almost feels like you have no choice but to trust it. Not to say I want to take away your agency, but like that's the way I think it would feel in her mind. And so in that weird way she wouldn't be able to tell if it's deceiving. It seems to not care. And so it doesn't seem to care to lie. If that makes sense, right? Like it's almost like this thing doesn't even seem like it gets any benefit from deceiving. And so it seems to just be extremely honest.
I mean, we took out one tentacle. There are to my eyes 4 currently on the table, but also this creature takes up the entire horizon. Creature's torn.
Yeah. Machina will just run forward towards it, saying, "I accept."
Machina!
Machina runs.
Your
one of the
turn.
Tentacle just snatches it up,
Machina!
flipping it up into, making Machina into the sky. Machina, I'm gonna send you one message.
Uh-oh.
Wow, I'm so sorry, Bo. This is embarrassing. You're muted, Lex.
Bo says nothing. It's Stonewall just
Bo is like the lady who doesn't get a rose at the final rose ceremony. Who's like trying to
I mean,
look
He
happy.
could have spoken up when it asked this time. Because before you were offering it yourself
bold
to
assume,
it. It wasn't interested.
bold to
But
assume
then
that
it
I didn't.
asked.
Bold to assume that I didn't.
Were you messaging Malcolm?
Sorry, I'm like all kind of typos trying to type fast. Jeez, I hate it. You'll know what I'm saying. Think of it as just old speech. All
Or
the
soon.
red line.
I doth desire thy ass. Come forth.
I bet it's more like drunk text though.
It's like, what are you doing? You up?
So, what are you all reacting as Machina has kind of like been whipped up? All the tentacles are starting to recede and go back into the water. Machina's gone, like, and Machina like went into the eye, like the tentacle like kind of whipped out of the water and like kind of went into the eye and it blinked once, boom, and the creature hasn't spoken since.
I just hope that this thing is telling the truth, because if this thing is telling the truth, then this is like a good ending for Machina, but also I don't like that this decision was made under duress.
Yeah, and I was in complete shock. I was like, wait. I like started a whole war in the Undercity for this guy.
Right, we destroyed Goblin infrastructure.
But maybe
for
you
Machina.
did that so that he could get here. You have to depend on how you look at it. But of course, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be thinking about it that way now. So I get it. They would be
Also, it's like this thing where it's
completely
like
angry.
knowledge. We wouldn't be able to give him that. Like, we wouldn't have been able to give
Yeah,
him
in a weird way, that's
knowledge
kind
of the
what
multiverse.
Machina's always wanted. So in a weird place, I could kind of see.
among the stars. That sounds nice.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, it's like
But also, it's just us just
after
trying
he
to
said that, I was like, damn, that's like retirement. Why didn't he offer me that?
I mean, to Machina's knowledge, he is immortal anyway.
Okay.
Like, he
Maybe this is
is.
just a love story. Maybe this is just a profound love story.
The creature, the rain begins to subside. The waters get still. And the creature, using its power to show you what Machina sees on the other side. Machina walks a path where Machina no longer feels trapped within a shell, trapped within a frame, trapped within a brain of circuits. He is truly free, and almost every star that he looks at, he's able to decipher and pull knowledge from. And he is not a god, but he has realized he's ascended to a level that even one who would just die and go to a heaven might go and see their god, might grovel, might go to a heavenly plane where there are pastures and there's no hunger and there's no anger and no hate. But instead, he doesn't feel benevolent. There I go again. Benevolent and
It's
doesn't
just that
feel.
word.
I don't know why tonight. Benevolent, and he also doesn't feel lesser than you.
malevolent.
He
either.
he feels just kind of at peace in himself and able to just continuously download. And the creature goes, all the times you question, did you not realize you've always had that soul? You've always been like them, just a little different? Does Machina have any response? And does Machina take on a new form? Or does he retain that metal form in this new plane?
I think Machina would say, it is hard to know what is truth when you know that even your memories from the beginning could have been created all along.
Yes. Well, let us explore together. Machina, I will destroy some worlds, but never any that you care about.
Thank you.
And as the eye looks down, Bo, this is not your time. I could tell that. Whether they are the right ones or not, I will not share with you. But you have my respect. And therefore, I will not speak to you again. I will not tell you what to do. But from this day forward, you will know that my presence is with you, for I am your patron. And you will take a level of warlock.
Hey!
That's pretty cool.
Sick.
What pact? What pact? What pact? What pact?
Great old one.
And
No, chain, book. Oh, you don't pick that until later.
Yeah, so remember the image I sent way back when of Machina Perfected, where he's all shiny and silver and gold?
yes,
I'll say that's what he looks
that's
like
what
now.
he looks like. Okay, yeah, he's like all like prim, proper, like back to his true form.
I would
Machina
imagine like the connective
is able to
tissues
turn
replaced
back
with,
and
like
say-
nebulized glowing bits.
if Machina wanted to kind of talk to the thing allows Machina to share any last departing words or thoughts or anything with the group before he goes on, if you would like to.
Be sure to read some good books. The knowledge may be helpful one day.
Oh, we'll write some new ones for you, buddy.
I hope I'll be able to read them one day.
Yeah. Yeah. One day when you can become my patron, I'll show you everything I find. But who thought that was fun? That wasn't fun.
And Demetra, you can still have that drink token.
Am I still stuck in the water?
No, the water, all that recedes. We're saying all that stuff. The waters are almost, they're like crystal clear. They're clear, like the mist parts, and it almost looks like the world is slowly receding. It's coming towards you, like almost like that horizon is getting closer and closer. Almost like it's all like a dream. It's all kind of like disappearing and dissipating. The lighthouse is gone. You know, all the rocks are beginning to uplift and kind of float into fragments, and become minerals.
I also have your 6 gold still.
Yeah, that's why you're saying, like, have a drink on me.
Oh, well, I still have your drink token. According to my inventory, I have 6 gold and a drink token.
Yeah. Spend the gold, get Tempe a drink as well. And then Machina will take off his scarf wrap that he kind of has, and then wrap it around his sword, and then just hand it out for one of you to take.
Ooh, I'm gonna take it.
Alright, it's just a long sword.
What about the scarf? That like magical and stuff?
It's not, it's just a scarf. Just an old, rusty,
Amnon's like, ooh, don't mind if I
Oil-covered.
do. Normal.
I was gonna put it around his head like a pirate.
Yeah, I think I should do that actually. Maybe I'll just tie it in a bow around one horn. No,
he'll take out
he'll stow the sword and we'll wrap the scarf around his neck.
And then he'll also give you the monocle
Oh, okay.
that you got from the curio store.
Which one was that?
It was way back in episode 1. It was our little tchotchkes we got from the
Oh yeah.
store.
Demetria, your hand kind of goes to your cards. You pull out the box that they're in. They completely soak through, and as you pull the deck out, they're not soggy, they're pristine. One card has been drawn, so the sun is no longer in the deck. But they can be used again. The orb is gone from you, Tempe.
Got the other one though still.
You guys and these orbs. Just side adventures till we get to Tiamat.
Fushigi.
I think it's the last one too. I think it might be the last one.
I think this last one.
Now we're at the end of the episode of Tippy's just like, bam!
And next time on.
Anyway, I started blasting.
And Tippy, for your sake,
Yeah,
actually,
right.
we're actually closing out. We're getting close to the end a little earlier than we normally do tonight. But so I could tell, it's been a long week and stuff. So we are getting there. But yeah, any last thoughts or remarks, or like what would they do next? Now, as they can slowly see that this world has come to end, so they can see, and what it is, it looks like as the creature, the old one of this primordial is starting to fade. It's starting to look like beautiful just space beyond the edges of this reality. And if this continues on, eventually you'll be just there in space. And I want to say, can I have insight checks from all of you?
Gotta go find my kid, bro.
11.
19.
14.
Well, I got a natural 20. Oh, well, no, I guess it'd be 20 something.
Looking for your kid, natural 20.
That's right. What are we rolling? Insight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
21.
Eventually Machina is gone. The god is gone. There's no more of this world here. It's just kind of nothingness, but it's a calm nothingness. I think from all the rolls that I heard, but you all start to just kind of settles in after it's all said and done and gone, is that you're so worried about losing someone, dying. You all are already dead. Maybe it seems very clear to you that you're on the other side already. Any thoughts about that? As that kind of settles into all of their minds.
Gotta get back.
Mitra never thought it would be this, or feel this easy.
Amnon's just staring at the dragon collar and just curious, wondering how we're gonna get back.
It worked. It worked. Sure, do you hear me? You can't communicate with us. Demetria, Tempe, yeah, we're here. And slowly these voices begin to permeate the space. You realize they're familiar. You can hear Vajra. You can hear Lady Silverhands. You hear her saying, it worked. We know you can't talk to us, but we're here with you. It's okay. It's okay. It took. You're gonna be okay. Some of you also feel like the palm of your hands get warm, and you realize you're not dead. Vajra, Lady Silverhands, Lenore, they're all close by. Because it's like a dream you forgot. You never remember going to bed. You always remember waking up. You never remember what happens between those times. You weren't poisoned. You took the potion. You're already in the astral plane. Tempe panicked. He opened the... During the transition, you all panicked.
Yeah, Tempe.
You're
Sorry, we
in,
can't- nice
you're
things.
in the astral plane. Machina made it over as well.
Hey.
But the way things went, this is the way it's worked out. Questions could be answered, but there's no time to answer them now. But if we were to pan out, what you all don't see is that your all bodies are laid out on these like little magic like rugs in the palace room, with magicians kind of like tending to you all, like wiping water across your lips, but you're all laid out and you're all asleep. Not in the House of Spirits, but back in the palace where you took the potion, and Lenore's next to you. And that's where we'll crash to black and end the episode. Good game.
Oh, I kind of love that.
That was cool.
Dang.
Yeah.
So I pulled a card from the deck of many things in the
In
astral
panic.
plane.
Yes. So anything, because remember I said your things transfer over. So the way when you do certain things, they work on.
So they're
the
like
other
watching
side.
our bodies, and suddenly I'm
Oh.
holding a new sword.
So the idea is that you went to the House of Spirits. You really did go there, and whatever you guys did there, you guys had your drinks, but you eventually went back. But you forgot all that. It's kind of like that dream logic. Whereas when you're having a dream, you're like, this shit's so real. All I remember was this, and this is happening. And then you wake up and you're like, oh shit, no. I did this today. I went to bed. But when you guys made that decision that you were going to take the potion, you did everything you needed to do before, and then you took that potion. And then when you took it, you had almost like the nightmare effect that Tiamat was poisoning you. You're in that.
It was a collective dream, a collective
A
nightmare.
collective dream. Yes.
That
Because
sounds
you're
like
in-
something we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll be having a totally nice, fun time, and then just ruin it for ourselves by imagining Tiamat.
1,000%. 1,000%.
In
Which
some-
Machina's
Somewhere-
creator's just looking at his computer like, damn, those are some interesting feed results.
and, and in the post-credit sequence, somewhere in space, somewhere in that astral plane, that existence beyond, somewhere between astral and ethereal, Machina is probably sharing. This thing knows all about them as it's kind of scanned their minds and going through all they've done, realizing that the party has they've taken someone away, enjoying the conversation with Machina, the cosmic being somewhere in that dark soil outside of Dragon Spear. You see a black, pooly, murky, black, icky kind of pond of tar. And one of those tentacles of the cosmic being kind of reaches out, kind of comes up through the earth, dragging a being out. And as it drags it out and we kind of push in closer and closer, and the tar drips off of the body. It's a familiar figure in armor lying there on the ground. Kenneth takes a breath before his eyes go cold again. I'm sending you somewhere. As he's then sent to the astral plane, we watch his spirit leave his mouth and journey up to meet his friends. And Kenneth will meet you in the next game. Good game.
Hey.
Darn, I was hoping to return his Racklash and him hit them with the I told you so.
Okay.
So good.
I was expecting Reckless to come back, and I was like, is it?
Rakalesh just swimming on these waters in the astral plane.
He's like swimming at Godzilla. I was like,
You really overshot the shore when he got
Oh
off that ship.
man,
yeah.
didn't expect that, any of that tonight. So yeah. So
I like this.
Yeah.
This is like the most positive character death we've had.
That was a good one. That was really good. Yeah.
I can't even be mad, that's, like, perfect
He's
for Machina.
ascended.
Today's episode was supposed to be a level up, so everyone levels up, which means that Cheryl levels up again.
Oh.
And
That doesn't seem fair.
Bo
That doesn't
levels
seem
up
fair.
again.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
Lex is happy.
Cheryl and Bo took 2, but Bo has to take 1 in Warlock.
I went in
And
Warlock.
then everybody else.
Also, though, Jameson, have you ever read the Isaac Asimov
And then-
short story, The Last Question?
I have not.
It's giving me Machina vibes because I'm just imagining Machina like floating in space, and he just like holds out a finger and says, "Let there be light," and suddenly there's a whole new universe
Yeah.
getting made because now he's got these ascended knowledge powers.
I mean, do you know what Deus Ex Machina?
I know what it means. Yes, God out of the
And
machine.
he's
It's
just
perfect.
Machina Deus.
Yeah.
So he is Machine God. So he has
I'm gonna
become
send
Machine
that.
God.
I'm gonna send the short
I
story.
love it. Yeah, it worked out. And I didn't plan any, like none of this was planned tonight. So it kind of, it made sense where it made sense. And I liked it. Yeah. Because I just thought it would be just a nasty fight to throw at them because what you did, Tippy. But I knew how
And
the
then the
creature
power
was.
of friendship saves us again.
Again, as
Yeah.
usual.
My big thing was reminding myself is the thing is not it's not evil for the sake of being. It doesn't have a motive. It's like I step on an ant, I don't feel bad, but I might save an ant every now and then. I might see an ant and be like, let that ant go. Like, good, kind of like good with ant, like, hope you make it back to your people. Or every now and then we see a little ladybug, you transfer it and you put it like on the leaf. Like the creature I imagine could have those days where it's like, yeah, but it's so chaotic that you could, understand that this creature should never be just roaming around the galaxies, but at least it would not destroy Machina's world. So fair enough.
Hey.
Or
And we're
not.
good.
I mean, for losing a character, that was a
I
pretty
actually
good.
don't think. I also think I made it seem. I don't think it was. I think you have fought stronger creatures. Had you not survived it, I don't think it was. I think I must have done a good job of scaring the shit out of you that it was like a TPK waiting to happen. But like, because it was like I've never been at a point where round 1 everybody's like, I think we should bow out of this. It was like maybe we shouldn't keep fighting this because you could have. I mean, you could have beat it. It was a winnable fight, but it would have been nasty, and somebody probably would have died. Which is why it was like I'll take one because somebody probably will go anyway.
It was definitely gonna be Machina.
I totally thought that fight was no, you should just run away right now because I did the most damage I in a while, and you didn't say anything, and I was like, oh shit.
And that was my goal, is just to act like it's not doing anything. Like, so don't
thing wouldn't have reacted.
Yeah, like it's not reacting like so like normally react and I say you see pieces falling off. So my goal was to just make it seem like it was omnipotent and that it would not leave and that it was going to kill you. So yeah, it worked. That seemed to work. But almost worked too good because I've never seen the left hand like back down from a fight or like start second guessing themselves. In the face of Tiamat, you guys are like, fuck you, bitch, let's fight. Like,
well, because we hate her.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
Because she pissed us off and she killed our friends and she wrecked our shit. Like
let's go.
You know what it is? Also, is that I think that we were expecting insanity to eventually get us.
Yeah.
And
with all those wisdom saves, I was really.
Yeah, I was like,
we'd already done it with
what?
Demogorgon, and I didn't want this thing to be like that. I knew it was like Cthulhu-like, but the idea was that it was very rational. It was just going to have logical conversation with you and be like, if I want, like, what do you guys want to do? Like, let's play a little game.
I was also scared though because it had me down to when I leveled up with the sun card, I got a lot more hit points, and it had brought me down to like half. So I was.
I will share what made it really scary is I made it a combination of 3. Sometimes I do this is where I'll take 3 D&D creatures and make them 1. So they have separate initiatives and they go, and it rolled where 2 of the initiatives were back to back. So it was able to spam which is really nasty for it to be able to, well, actually it was able to go again and it was able to recharge, and I rolled a 6. Even when I have dragons, that recharge breath weapon, I almost never hit a 5 or a 6 on the next turn to recharge the breath weapon, but I recharged it. So that scared you because you got hit with 40 back to back. Had I felt that, should be only 40. That 40 should only really happen every 1 to 3 rounds. but I got off like the worst move like back to back, which the party was like, yeah, I think we're good. Which I would have done the same thing. I'm like, I think this is like not a good. So after that, it would have just been like some of the like the tentacle attacks, and then one of the abilities it had that was scary, and then some of it was just like a lot of it. I mean, I think psychic damage always scares 5th edition players because the intelligence is the dump stat. So once you, I was thinking, I don't think you guys have been so scared since the brain monster. Like it's literally like only the mother.
Well, yeah, because I remember you saying once that the way you deal with like high level characters is to have them do like mainly saves and have it be like area of effect stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're at this high level where we're so sure of ourselves with fighting.
Yep.
Like one-on-one, that whenever you do make us do all of these saves and checks, it never goes well for us.
Yeah, it's the saves. That is the high level game for the DM. It's the only way. It's saves and checks because otherwise nothing whittles you down. You're literally all like little mini tanks. So the only thing that makes you make scary decisions in combat is like, oh shit, we're dropping area effects. You know, like I just did my Bronze Bullies group is level 17. And we had a fight with like 2 gods, Mogus and Ares, and they're just fucking kicking ass. And I'm like, gee. I think also they're 8 people. You all are 5. So the only thing that I think what makes your game balance is you're all still there's 5 of you, and so you're like very powerful, mighty, and it's still so in a weird way it still feels like a Forgotten Realms game. They are playing like a Greek mythology game, so I kind of like it because they're like superheroes. But sometimes it gets on my nerves because they just have something for everything. And I'm like, can one of y'all just die? But they have had a lot of deaths. They had a lot of deaths. It's the funny thing is they have a lot of deaths. It's almost to the point where like death doesn't mean anything to them because one person goes down and then they just mollywop the monster after that. And it's just like, well, they don't even care about death because also it's Greek mythology. So they just go to the underworld and they're like, we'll go get our friend back. We don't give a fuck.
We got coins.
Yeah, we got coins. We'll go talk to, so it's that kind of, they're like, so I think Ashiok will humble them. I have one villain who, if you know your Magic the Gathering, she's the Planewalker, or they are a Planewalker, that I am, bringing in. But yeah, it was good. It was good. I never, it was a fun little. This is a great little way to throw something in. So I mean, you smashed, like I said. So I think Sean, you created this episode, so I think it was interesting. So I think had this not happened, I don't think you would have. I don't think you would have given Machina that ending. I don't think that ending would have happened, and I think that's a really cool ending.
He would just.
That was a really good ending.
Yeah, he would, and that was. I think that's what the creature was saying. They was like, "You go on. You're gonna fight a monster. What are you gonna do at the end? Are you ever gonna find your creator? Are you ever gonna
yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing. Machina's getting the thing we can't give him.
Yeah,
I mean, his entire character arc was to die fighting.
And also, he admitted that we're friends.
He did. He admitted we're friends. Totally. He loves us.
He has a soul, and we're friends. So I'm satisfied that Machina has grown.
I like
it. Turned into Silver Surfer. He totally did.
He totally turned into Silver Surfer, bro. This was total Norrin Rad vibe.
He's out there just... Machina's gonna come back in another game. Yeah, Machina might wash up on the shores of Akbalon at some point, just like get out and be like, "I'm here," But that was great. And I will say the creature went and went after the creature did try to get Bo, try to get some interesting things from Bo, and both stood strong for his friends. So hopefully they understand.
Now, Malcolm, do I have to be Kaneth?
Actually, if you don't want to be, that was like who I thought about, but I could. I
was fine with them being trapped in the abyss.
Rakalish, I don't know how. Well, Rakalish, I don't know how I get Rakalish.
He swims up. He's been swimming this whole time.
Kaneth makes the most sense. Rakalish doesn't make sense. So otherwise, it could be another character. I don't see where. And I have this new rule where we get to the end of campaigns, it has to be. So I've had this rule where people have to take control of NPCs because introducing new characters just at this point is no one's gonna really gravitate to a new character at this late in the game. So you can pitch me how you think you could get Rakalish there, and I'm welcome to also think about it over the next week or so and see. Yep. And if it makes more sense than Kaneth, I'm willing to make that retcon. If it makes sense.
Because Rakalish was the one that made the oath with Eldrakon to defeat, kill Severin.
Okay.
And part of that is
I like that.
Gotta deal with the cult. But then also, Rakalish is petty.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was like, hey, we need to kill Lenore because the devil was saying kill Lenore.
And that's
He didn't get a Bahamut opinion on it.
yeah.
Or no, Bahamut was saying kill Lenore. He never got the answer from Amnon if Arrakis said to kill Lenore. Only that his neutral god and the good god were saying kill Lenore based on Kil'jaeden.
Only your god said, yeah, killed Lenore, right?
No, because Kil'jaeden also said, no, we should, like, everything that happens with this child is on your hands as well. After Lenore
Yes.
killed
Because
all the
Kil'jaeden was,
civilians.
because at the time Kil'jaeden was separated from his god, so Kil'jaeden
Yeah.
had no clue who she was. Kil'jaeden
Ask
now
Kil'jaeden
probably Kil'jaeden, yeah. If you ask Kil'jaeden again, he'd probably have a very, very different opinion of Lenore. So yeah.
That's his daughter-in-law. Daughter-in-law? No. Stepdaughter? Step-granddaughter?
So much soap opera going on in this. Yeah.
Somewhere related.
Yeah, that was good. How you guys like the new layout? Did it seem like it worked tonight, or did you like having more space on your pictures? Did the table seem a little bit larger, or no? Any...
I like this layout.
Yeah,
I just wish we could zoom out a little bit on my camera.
yeah. I'll work on it. Probably the only way to do it is to make them square. So, and I don't know why I don't like squares, but yeah, I do get that. Squares are so weird to me.
Yeah. Also, I think the camera inside my laptop is messed up because I am not centered with my laptop and I'm not center of the image.
Oh yeah, and I'm
I
using
think-
a really bad camera today because I'm using I was using both of my other cameras for the table to get clear images. So I'm like in this old old camera. I gotta get a new camera for this.
Yeah, I think my webcam is
My
slightly
webcam's
offset
trash.
now.
Yeah.
See, when looking directly at it, I'm offset from it.
Oh yeah,
At some
yeah. When
point.
you're in the middle, right? You're like, yeah, you're completely offset. I see that. Yeah, everybody's like calling me. Everybody's like halfway on camera right now. Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll keep working. I'll keep tooling it. You know.
Trying to think to myself, how, as we go through the astral plane, can we bond with Bo? How can we create fun family memories with Bo?
Bo's over it.
Well, if you got a little bit higher, yeah, you would have. Yeah, that would have been a different.
Bo's over it. No, we were doing so good for the stupid Demogorgon.
Oh man.
We were sharing a cigarette. We were bonding. We had that little Care Bears beam moment, and then the
Lex, you also
Demogorgon
got to
had to
bust
ruin
out those
everything.
cards. I've been waiting to see what if there's probably hasn't been an opportunity to use them, but the
Campfire ones?
the campfire cards. Yeah, I wonder how.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. At this point, it's a little like we're not really sitting around the campfire anymore.
No. Yeah, I don't know what the cards look like too, so I don't know if they can be happen anywhere where you're taking a rest, right, or anywhere where you're just kind of like talking with the party.
Is Bo even interested in talking with the party anymore?
Also, remember you can slow things down, right? In Astral Plane, they can just role play. Also, today I also wanted. I knew there was a. You guys haven't had a fight for like 2 or 3 episodes almost.
No,
Wow.
because we skipped out on the Horde minute, which I'm so sad about.
So it seemed appropriate for a good battle. But yeah,
And then we got scared.
and you would have if you would have just had the dagger go in first, and then the crown, if the crown is placed last, you actually would have locked him within his demiplane, and then your sword would have awakened, and then the real solar would have been able to communicate, and that would have got you out of the whole situation. But
Yeah, so did we like kill that
so
girl,
Machina
like,
was on to
unintentionally?
he was
Alright,
Machina was
guys,
on to
I'm
something.
gonna hop off.
with later
Alright.
Lex.
Yes.
Alex,
Machina, you were on to something about because it didn't matter how you placed him, it just mattered where the crown and where the dagger had to be placed. Like that was where I was like for a moment trying to figure out how to, if you had rolled how to tell you that without saying they all have to be placed in certain orders. It's just that because if you give I could easily give it away. So it was like it's just that the dagger. If the dagger goes in at any time after the crown is placed, then that situation happens. Yeah. But other than that, it was really good. Yeah. Overall.
Also, Rakalesh would have been drawn to Waterdeep when the castle rose into the sky and
Okay.
people were desperate and suffering.
Yep.
Because that's when he turned back to the party after the Gold Dragon feared them all, because he was gonna walk out of there, then sense their desperation and return.
I still want to bring in some character that like we bring you in and you murder Lenore in the next episode. Like look at Timmy's face. Timmy's going to kill. Like
Oh.
we can't.
We can't do that.
Well, he's not going to. He already
He's not
said
going
he
to. He's
wasn't
already
going
said, yeah.
to, and he's an
Uh,
he's an honest wizard. He doesn't lie. There's no reason to lie.
so the cosmic horror. So it's like Machina is like, well, as he's resurrecting Machina, the cosmic horror is like, there's actually another guy you should look at. And the cosmic horror is like, you want me to put that guy back? And he's like, yeah, I think that guy should rest. He's just like,
Yo, I'm gonna hop off.
Yeah,
There
get some
you go.
rest, man. I know you got like a 4 a.m. Go later, man.
I'm
Good seeing you.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all.
Thanks.
Later.
I